送りしました。
Check my comprehensive catalog of crafts. I'm daft, I battle all like I don't have it all. Avant-garde, Battlestar Galactica, got rhymes per capita. I'm shining through the aperture, but I'm not gonna
Figured out that Idris Elba was British.
Oh, that fucked me up. That fucks me up.
bust no caps for ya. That's another genre. I'm the black bomber, track charmer, sack burner, distract burdens. If it ain't that urgent, nerd prince, word sentinel, invisible infidel, innocent.
It's always a privilege to spit with laws. I'm a reality speaker, forget the cars. I'm learning how to teleport to reach the Mars. When you love this and live this, you spit your bars. I spit a quick barrage, switch to all.
Has the right to dream. There are endless possibilities stretched out before him.
And to trust in your own power.
Whatever happens from now on, you stand firm and face your destiny without fear, but with courage.
What awaits him down the path, he will then have to choose.
No one's gonna give you a map. You've got to walk your own path.
The children leave their homes in search of this quest.
What is thy desire?
As they search, they are always asking questions. What's out there? What's waiting for me?
Why was I made? Who made me? And what did they make me for?
Are you gonna go up into space with your old man or not?
Maybe I'll never get over this.
I've lived my life following my dreams, and I don't have any regrets.
You're gonna just keep running away?
Just keep running away? I'm not running.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Believe in yourself and create your own destiny. Don't fear failure.
But yeah, let's continue.
Slice of Life Anime of the Year, Whack Ass Dress Up Darling, #1.
How is Dress Up Darling whack?
I honestly don't like it.
Is this a cosplayer who teases her boyfriend?
Yeah, that's just nothing but incel fuel.
Incel fuel?
That
Wow!
anime is so incel fuel. Let's be real on that.
Incel fuel? Really? Even though he probably fucks the girl at the end?
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
Jerked you off at super speed so it's...
Test.
It might seem ill, feeling to be a dream guy.
ご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りしました。
You gonna say that, Gordon?
If you don't like English voices, why do you read manga in English, bitch?
I've been trying to read Japanese
too lazy
for
to learn
years! Oh, there we go. Now it wants to work correctly. Gosh, Azunu. Probably not gonna be that long. All right, welcome to the stream, everyone. Today we're gonna be watching the direct while playing Pokemon. So with that said, let's get this shit started. I have a new direct dropped, so time to be a grown ass man reacting to a children's video game, while also playing Pokemon. Man, imagine Jigglypuff was like the fucking Oh shit, that's loud.
Hello everyone. I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Today, February 27, is Pokemon Day. This is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series. It's been 29 years since the birth of Pokemon, and we've reached this milestone through the support of all you trainers around the world. Thanks to all of you, it's now possible to enjoy Pokemon each day in a variety of ways. We hope to keep bringing you new experiences to brighten your day-to-day lives with Pokemon. In today's broadcast, we'll be sharing all the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles. Please enjoy the presentation.
Oh,
it's
the
the
movie.
Netflix series Pokemon Concierge. Taking place at the Pokemon Resort on a tropical island, the story follows Haru, who is still finding her feet as a new concierge, and Psyduck as they grow together through
There
their
are no
interactions
Pokemon
with
here,
the resort's
wow.
Pokemon guests. Its charm lies in the warm visuals that can be achieved only through stop-motion animation.
Wait, what?
And new episodes of Pokemon Concierge are in production. They are slated for release in
Why do
September
they move up
2025.
when-
What sort of Pokemon will Haru
That's
and
so
Psyduck
weird.
welcome as guests next? Take a first look at a few of the Pokemon they will meet in this motion test footage. Just look at the personality and how they move.
Oh, that looks really good.
But there's more. For a limited time, the first 4 episodes are available to watch on Pokemon's official YouTube channel for free. Please take this chance to watch them if you haven't been able to tune in to Pokemon Concierge yet. And we hope you look forward to the new episodes as well.
Big bitch. Oh, I hate
Hello
it here.
everyone, I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company. Next, we have a number of other announcements to share with you.
In Pokemon Go Tour Unova Global.
I
will
don't
take
even like
place
Pokemon
on
Go.
March
Is there,
1st
like,
and March
chapters?
2nd. This event can be enjoyed at no cost from anywhere in the world where Pokemon Go is available. During the event, the legendary Pokemon Black Kyurem and White Kyurem will appear in raid battles and elsewhere. Also, trainers will soon have a chance to encounter Victini and Shiny Meloetta. We'll also share
Oh.
promo codes for everyone to enjoy. We hope you're looking forward to the new Season 2.
Yeah, I haven't played Pokemon Go in decades, bro. I don't even think they have my save anymore. Woo. Yo, what is this? Yo, what is this? That looks really good and real, actually. Pokemon are upset these being used for food. Oh, this is good. Is this Pokemon Sleep? It is. They would never show a dude sleeping like that. It's not Pokemon Sleep. This is so dumb. Yeah, baddest nightmare while you sleep. Keeping your phone idle while killing the battery. Let's go. Oh, we getting Gen 2? Let's go! I'm still never playing this game. Alolan and Raichu. Why does Suicune have clothes?
Remote Stadium will be returning to ranked matches.
Hey.
Enjoy intense battles in the unforgettable Remote
I think
Stadium.
I think
A new type of battle is also arriving,
what?
called First to 500. In it, a new feature called Eos technology allows you to gain special effects when you score a certain number of points. Plus, look forward to an updated map with updated wild Pokemon. The win condition is simple. Be the first to score 500 points.
People say it's simple, like you're not playing against other players. Ugh, stop, no. Oh no, it's this game I'm still not gonna play. Not because I don't want to, it's just because it's working on my phone. No way I can play it, so I'll play it on PC, which I'm not fucking doing. Is it this one? I think it's, but damn it. Let me go that way. I think we have to do this. God damn it. I forgot how to start this. Oh no, they're adding EX to the game! Oh no, the power creep is showing, guys! These old ass fucking cars are probably gonna be Dex. Ugh.
Next, allow me to share some news about the Pokemon video game series. In the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games, we're celebrating Pokemon Day with a Rotom phone case giveaway. Along with a mass outbreak event and other in-game events to come.
Not here?
A mighty Meowscarada,
How the fuck do you summon
Skeledirge,
it?
and Quaquaval will appear in a series of
You know
Terra
what?
Raid battle events. And even more Pokemon are planned to appear in the future. We hope you continue to enjoy the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games.
Can't even leave.
Next, please have a look at this video.
Where did the sweat come from? Uh-oh, N64, let's go! Hold on. You know what's funny? This is actually going to my childhood, because I did play this shit. I did have a Game Boy Advance. But I never played the Wii game now. Or the GameCube games. I should start like going through like all the Pokemon games in order. Oh my god, my glasses fell out. Hold on. Ah, it's so weird. I need to get this. I'm gonna have fucking ass stains on my lens. Okay, 3DS is there. Was that a Switch? is this? Is this Pokemon Stadium for cell phone? If it is, I'll be highly upset. Haven't seen put on a VR headset. League of Mega and Dynamax, as it's called, I think. Pokemon Champion. It's gonna be put on PC by Emily like that. So this is what, Pokemon Stadium?
What you've just seen is the world's first glimpse of a new title, Pokemon Champions. This title will be focused on the Pokemon battles you know and love from core Pokemon games. Pokemon Champions will continue the tradition of pitting your skills against those of other trainers from around the world, but this time we're aiming for these core-style battles to be enjoyed by more players than ever before. Game Freak, the developer of the core games, is carrying out the planning for this project, while development is being handled by the Pokemon Works. And Pokemon Champions will be coming not only to the Nintendo Switch family of systems, but to mobile devices too. You'll be able to choose how you want to play based on where you are. What's more, you can also connect with Pokemon Home. Thanks to this connectivity, you won't be limited to using Pokemon you can partner up with in Pokemon Champions. You'll be able to team up with Pokemon who...
Oh, so I can just get Pokemon Go, then transfer that into Pokemon Home, then transfer that into Pokemon Champions. Yeah, man, I can't use the Pokemon I have on my 3DS anymore because they don't support that shit anymore. That's crazy.
Joined you on your adventure.
They should have honestly just kept that app support or whatnot for like shit like this. No, 3DS is obsolete. Switch.
In previous Pokemon games.
Which is fine, but like, if I do want to get like a Switch later on, I do want to be able to put my Pokemon Home. But like, not a lot of Pokemon, and I noticed this too. Like a lot of the games back in the past used to be free with a couple add-ons. Like let's say they throw in a new Pokemon in the code, like in Black and White, or all the other 3DS games. But it is what it is.
We hope you're looking forward to battling Pokemon trainers from all corners of the world.
At least it's online.
Stay tuned for future announcements regarding the launch date of Pokemon Champions. Next, we'd like to share some information about the languages Pokemon series games will be available in. Mr. Tomás Cortijo, please take it away.
Saludos a todos desde la nueva oficina de Pokémon en la hermosa Ciudad de México. Soy Tomás Cortijo, director regional para Latinoamérica de The Pokémon Company International. El día de hoy estoy muy feliz de anunciarles que Pokémon Champions estará disponible en español latinoamericano desde el día de su lanzamiento. De igual forma, además de los 9 idiomas que los entrenadores y entrenadoras pueden elegir, Leyendas Pokémon ZA tendrá también la opción de jugarse en español latinoamericano. Esto significa que de aquí en adelante habrá 10 idiomas disponibles para jugar. Finalmente, como ya anunciamos con anterioridad, las futuras expansiones del famoso juego de cartas coleccionables de Pokémon estarán también disponibles en español de Latinoamérica. Localizar productos como Leyendas Pokémon ZA al español latinoamericano permitirá que millones de nuevos fans se unan a la comunidad global de Pokémon y se conecten con otros jugadores de formas nunca antes vistas. Como parte de The Pokémon Company Group, este es un claro ejemplo de nuestra misión de unir al mundo a través de Pokémon. Saber que los fans disfrutan aún más de jugar Pokémon en su idioma local nos permite explorar nuevas formas para deleitar a los jugadores de diferentes regiones y mercados como Latinoamérica. Este es un momento increíble para ser fan de Pokémon, sin importar en qué parte del mundo te encuentres, por lo que no puedo esperar para unirme a todos ustedes en sus próximas aventuras.
Entertainment's so
Nos
busted.
vemos pronto.
I can't really hit it.
Finally, here's the latest update on Pokemon Legends ZA.
Dragon. Nice outfit. That's furry dragon, so nothing will be able to affect that. Looks like it like a skill move. Does it stop the force? Never mind. Here we go. Oh my god. I just ended up making 2 boss Pokemon just now by giving them Wonder Guard. I can't really do anything. Oh, yes, I can. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't do anything about that.
Pokemon Legends ZA is a new title.
I forgot
in the
Entertainment
Pokemon
did that
series.
shit.
The story takes place in Lumiose City, the largest city in the Kalos region. Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas. These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and Pokemon truly share. After you arrive in Lumiose City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner: Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile. You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumiose City and its inhabitants.
Why is Cyndaquil off this roster? What the fuck? Like Totodile and Cyndaquil are dead ass Gen 2. Where is Cyndaquil? What the fuck? Excuse me, y'all. That's weird.
Here are some of the colorful characters you...
That's so weird. Just give us the whole fucking roster. Don't give us like somebody from like a totally fucking different game. Just give us the 3 from that generation. Or better yet, give us the 3 from this generation where the game's based from. That's wild.
You'll encounter. When you arrive in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally, either Urbane or Tawny. The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette. Lumiose's redevelopment.
Wait, this is before AZ became homeless or after AZ became homeless? Because this seems like it might be a different timeline because it's on the Switch. Because like, what's funny about the Pokemon like storyline that like each console generation, it's its own universe. It's weird. So like, here's how it goes, right? So red, blue, gold, silver, and no, red, blue, gold, silver, yellow, green, and crystal are all in that same universe, right? It's a different universe from when the Game Boy Advance came out, where we had Emerald, Leaf Green, Fire Red, Ruby, and Sapphire. Those 2 are actually different generations, right? Or 2 different dimensions, or 2 different timelines, right? Then when you have the 3rd one, which is the DS timeline, where it has all those games, and then further on. I hope this is not what I think it is. If it's in the past, fine. If it's not in the past or in different dimensions, this is all Switch stuff or whatnot, also fine. Because the timeline is totally fucking weird. And you figure this out in the fucking Emerald episode in the 3DS version, that there are different timelines. Like, one timeline doesn't have Mega Evolutions, while another timeline does. Another timeline has the fucking that place in the fucking battle circuit, I believe it's called, or battle damn it, I forgot what that's just called. Hold on. It's called battle something. Battle. fucking. Fucking battle. Actually, on the map where you first see the battle tower, because it's not in the core game. Actually, beforehand. It's called Battle Frontier. There we go. That's what it's fucking called. Battle Frontier. We need that back, dead ass. So, like, in certain other titles, when we get shit like the Battle Frontier, or like fucking what we got in Emerald episode or whatnot. But like when we find on the Emerald episode, I think it's like fuck. No, what is the fucking 3DS remakes called? Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, we get an Emerald, Omega Emerald DLC, right? And that adds in a couple more Pokemon and other stuff, right? And when you get to the ends of those games or whatnot, you get to go to the island saying, oh, this is what a Battle Frontier is going to be at. But that's just never been patched in. I don't know why. It's just a memorial to the Battle Frontier, and we're never going to get that shit back again. I just want a Pokemon game that has every single fucking gimmick in it. Even the shitty ones, yes. Like that fucking cooking game that you have to do in the fucking or whatever. What that's just called. But yeah, we need to bring that back too. We need back video contests. We need back all that shit, bro. And then put that shit in the MMO format.
Development is being managed.
But Nintendo will never do that. They'll see that that's shitting on their IP and all that other stuff. So yeah. But like, I would love to see a game with like this every single fucking.
By Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny. The different people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer. To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas, located throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive. To catch one of these wild Pokemon, aim carefully, then throw a Pokeball.
Oh, so you're just in the city?
If you're having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch. This game offers a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect.
Oh, it's live
choose
fighting.
Your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
You know what this reminds me of? Fucking that one fan game that was made where you get to do like live battles like that, and depending on where the Pokemon's position and everything, the differentiates what attack is used, that stuff. I'll probably show it later.
Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks. Swap Pokemon if you need to and find the right moment to unleash a move. What's more, certain Pokemon can go beyond evolution by undergoing Mega Evolution.
Let's go, Mega Evolution's back.
When a trainer's keystone resonates with the Mega Stone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change shape. It'll unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle in its favor.
I bet you won't see Labunny in here, or Mega Labunny.
As Lumiose continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon, who knows what kinds of encounters and experiences will await you. Pokemon Legends ZA. Coming late 2025.
What is this? That's it? That's it.
Pokemon Legends ZA is scheduled to release in late 2025. We hope everybody can wait just a little longer for their adventures in Lumiose City to begin. That concludes our announcements for today.
Oh my god!
Thank you very much for watching.
No!
Y'all know the drill at this point.
Oh wait. All right, that's Mortal Kombat. All right, so now damn, I'm getting my ass beat. I should stop using it. I should start playing. But no, that was the Pokemon Direct. They're gonna be streaming. Listen to the video side too. Barely anybody's in my chat. Might as well. I'm talking to anybody. By the way.
What are you doing with that, man? I'm getting out. Bruh, the sensor's gonna pick you up. No, you're not. I found a single way. What you mean? It's not gonna work. It's gonna work, bro. I'm getting out here, and you should too, bro. I can't do this shit no more. I'm trying to tell you. Oh.
What is this place?
What are we up to, KCL?
I was actually about
Don't even worry about it. Look, I really appreciate your artistic integrity. Just follow me. Now, KCL, I don't want to put you in the break room for this. So what I'll do, we'll have a wellness check because I care about you. Lumen cares about you. I'll take your silence as enthusiasm. Have a seat, KCL.
Where is this at?
Ooh. I just found out my Audi got an AMG.
You don't get to drive it though.
It's the thought that counts.
KCL, come on in, please.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Alright, Casey. What I'd like to do is read you some facts about your Audi. Because your Audi is an exemplary person, these facts should be very pleasing to you. Just try to relax and
oh my god.
your body and try
Oh damn,
to
she's
enjoy
cute.
each of these facts equally. These facts should not be shared outside of the street. Your Audi is honorable. Your Audi goes out of their way to help the elderly. Your Audi is strong and loves to exercise. Your Audi is an exceptional pool player and is popular at many halls due to this. Your Audi loves skating and owns a dozen pairs of roller skates.
It's pretty dope.
I'm sorry. Please try to enjoy each fact equally. That's 10 points off your 90 points remaining. Please don't speak. Your Audi runs perfectly every day. Your Audi has a cat by the name of Samuel. Your Audi has no fear of animals. Your Audi loves the smell of gasoline. Your Audi is a furry. Your Audi is gay.
Oh.
Your Audi, please don't speak. That's another 10 points.
No, I'm saying though.
Please don't speak.
Can I actually just see the paper? Can I see the paper real quick? No, I'm saying
That's
though.
another 10 points.
No, I'm
You
saying
have 80
like,
remaining.
what did you mean by that? You said that the Audi was.
Please don't speak. 10 points. You have 7 D remaining.
No, I'm saying though, like I'm. Hold on, can I see that actually?
Mr. Lawrence, how are you this evening? Good to see you.
How you doing?
Listen, I've got a little video here your Annie wanted you to see, if that's okay with you.
I ain't really got the time for that right now, man.
I understand, but you were quite adamant, if you don't mind.
What is this, like the 5th one?
It's on? Is it on? Hey, look, hey, I don't know what you got going on out there. You need to cut that out, Slim. You need to cut that freaky shit out.
I've seen enough. You need to
cut that out.
close that out. Seen enough. See you Monday?
See you then.
This is Pop the Balloon. Pop the Balloon is a show that is on YouTube. It is a web series at the current moment in which one man gets up there and a bunch of women immediately critique him, judging a book by its cover. Primarily, it is black women. Sometimes you'll see a Caucasian woman or Mexican woman, but mostly black women, and they will immediately judge him off of nothing but his vibes, aura, and appearance, and they'll say something is off. The man could be a millionaire for all they know. The man could be the greatest hero of all time. He could be a great father. However, immediately he is shunned down because he is not of their standards. Now, a lot of men go on here, and a lot of men look like thugs and evil people and things of that variety, and usually the thugs don't get that many pops. When you pop the balloon, that means you don't want to be with them, and that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm talking this whole time. I don't have any items
If you're
on.
too short, you get annihilated, and this perpetuates a lot of stereotypes within men that make them hate being men. They hate being short, and this is a show for black people. This should be on the Zeus Network. You know what the Zeus Network is? Zeus Network is worse than BET. BET was the worst thing that happened to black people ever. BET was black entertainment television. Now, BET initially was supposed to be.
It's supposed to be like educational stuff like that. 'Cause they had actual shows and stuff like that that could, like, you know, promote the black experience and everything like that. But then it just turned into reality TV shows and just like ghetto-ness. Like when like Comic View was on BET, that was the best fucking shit ever, especially 90s Comic View and like early 90s Comic View was shit, bro. But they had Comedy Def Jam, all this other shit. They had like music videos, and then 106 in Park came through and kind of fucked it up. But then again, we're still getting like music stuff like that. But like, yeah.
Such shows as In Living Color. If you don't know what In Living
Yes.
Color is. It was a black sketch comedy show. There was Arsenio Hall, which primarily focused on
Yes.
black people. Now, why am I talking about black? I'm getting to a point. Please bear with me. So, after all that, we had all these shows that were black centric. And to me, this was important to understand black history. These shows mattered. Why did they matter? They mattered to me, importantly, because they represented what was in our culture. They represented the fact that we were segregated from everything, so we made our own things. One of the greatest pieces of black cinema.
Yeah, you know what's funny? We always want to be involved in shit. Then when we are like, okay, then we're gonna do our own thing. Then since you want to involve us in shit, we do our own thing, and then other people who are outside the culture gets upset, and that really does piss me off. Be like, how the fuck you want to restrict us from something? And then when we do that something that, like, then you tell us to make our own shit. We do that, then you get fucking mad. Fuck you, bro. Dead ass. I hate when people are fucking like get upset when we do our own thing because you exclude us from some shit.
Was a thing called Dolomite. You don't know what
Dolomite
is? Dolomite was the greatest piece of fiction ever concocted. It was outstanding. I believe his name was Rudy Ray Moore. Rudy Ray Moore made Dolomite. I believe that was his name. And he created this amazing diaspora of a blend of kung fu and black exploitation. It was outstanding. This was later even more put into greater fine with things such as Black Dynamite. And Black Dynamite was outstanding. There were critiques on how black culture was viewed, but also with how cool we viewed ourselves, and that was amazing.
So many fucking EVs,
I loved every second of it. This
I even have a
is
genderless
what I grew
EV
up with.
for
This
those
is the
people
beauty
who
of
are
black culture to
non-binary.
me, and this is how I understood black culture to be.
I
Why
just
does
don't,
this matter?
I just don't know why they. Oh, this will come
Well,
off female.
I don't relate to black people nowadays. I feel like black people are cannibalizing themselves and black people are ruining themselves every single instance. Now, there is a vocal, and I mean vocal minority of beautiful gay black men and straight black men that are feminine and people that are going against this and people that love Dragon Ball Z and people that aren't in that aspect and people and women, black women that are authors and creators and make these amazing things and do alternative rock and all these great, amazing,
Oh my God.
beautiful black people that do this. However, the common public perception of black people is much like the Thai cosplay event that you see behind me.
Oh my God.
Of how they view black people. This is how they view black people. This is the nonsense that goes on. They believe we wear dreads and wear do-rags and white beaters and hoodies and this variety. And this is how the world
Wait,
views us. It's a
hold
joke.
on. I'm
We
gonna
are
have to.
a big.
I'm gonna have to do this quick. Mine's a little. I got to see it. I didn't know, motherfucker. I feel like we don't get any respect in the for us as a people.
Alternative rock and all these great, amazing, beautiful black people that do this. However, the common public perception of black people is much like the Thai cosplay event that you see behind me.
Yo, this is in Thailand? Yo, they love us out there? Nah, this is in Thailand, nigga? That's crazy.
How they view black people.
Yeah, fucking. Nah, bro. They don't. I don't know. I know Thailand got some real niggas out there, but not no like niggas, people. But like, it's not like this. I very sure it's definitely not like black culture out there, bro.
People. This is how they view black people. This is the nonsense that goes on. They believe we wear dreads and wear do-rags and white beaters and hoodies and this variety. And this is how the world views us.
Damn, dead ass in blackface. You look cute.
This is a joke. We are a big joke. That's how we operate. And this was already critiqued upon our own part. Aaron Gruber, the creator of Boondocks, in 2006, released what I feel to be the greatest speech of all time. Behind me is Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. I don't want to disrespect his name. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. or Martin Luther Prince, if you wish to shorten that. And in this episode in 2006, Martin Luther King didn't die by the shot wound. He was in a coma. And he came back and he said we should turn the other cheek as a Christian to the people that caused 9/11. And America hated him. America immediately turned on him. The right-wing media said that he was an unpatriotic terrorist lover.
So, to be honest, this is how people back then felt about him because he was spitting out quote-unquote communist communist viewpoints, and that's why they shot him in the first place, because they thought he was going to be a communist and turn black people also into communists. People saw Dr. Martin Luther King, especially white people, saw Dr. Martin Luther King as an actual threat to their own culture or whatnot. So seeing that they actually have a leader, they killed him. Just like they had killed Malcolm X and shit like that, bro. And this fucked up too because I don't believe it was black people who actually killed Malcolm X. I believe it was blackface. Quote me on that. Fuck you, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care. That's my own belief. Like whatever it is. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But like I haven't really. You know what? I should actually do like actual research on that to see. Because like it's shown like movie media that like he was killed by two black dudes. No, it was like 4 black dudes and they shot him up while he was doing the speech. Fucked up. But I think these people were against his like viewpoint, but I also think it was a psyop. Because every time we get like a leader, there's some way to corrupt or whatnot, to the point where we don't have leaders like Dr. King or Malcolm X or like other female leaders, like the female leaders from the Black Panther Party. Then after that, when we became docile to the crack, we started forming hoods and shit like that. Cause like honestly, all these hoods started up because like our fucking communities were being ravaged by like cops and like races like this, and then just turned what it is now, a bunch of bullshit. People would be like, oh man, you not hood and shit like that. No, I'm not hood or anything. I just like I grew up like around this shit. I grew up actually around like a lot of hood shit. You grow up and realize that this shit is actually just fucking stupid. Be like, oh, you're just dissing the culture because you're a weirdo and shit. Yeah, I'm a weirdo. I don't care fucking weirdo though. What I care about is actually having a good life. Like, you don't need to do hood shit to have that. Like, if you think that you need to do that, then go ahead, do it. But like, that's not for me. And I don't give a fuck if I'm called a weirdo for that, because I've been called a weirdo for fucking ever since I was 8, bro.
That's what they called him. It was an entire blowout of the entire thing. And afterwards, Huey said, "We need you back, Dr. King. You can do it. You are a great speaker." And so he came back, and he saw what black culture had become, with BET shaking their butts, with the violence, the black-on-black crime, with people living within their own ignorance. And he saw his people. He saw them in a desperate need, praising church as the hero of everything when they should focus on their own issues, saying, let's praise white Jesus and do this, hallelujah, let's do it. Oh, and Medea movies and Tyler Perry and all this nonsense that sets black people way back to create this horrible idea of what black people are. And I'm saying you, Tyler Perry, because you ruin black people. You too, King Bach. I don't like you. Or King Batch, whoever your name is. This was an issue. And so he came out to the podium and he said, is this it? Is this what I got out of them ass whoopings for? I had a dream once. It was a dream that little black boys and little black girls would drink from the river of prosperity, freed from the thirst of oppression. But lo and behold, some 4 decades later, what I have found is a bunch of trifling, shiftless, good-for-nothing niggas. And they gasped. They looked at him. They were confused. And I know some of you don't want to hear me say that word. It's the ugliest word in the English language. But that's what I see now. Niggas. And you don't want to be a nigga, because niggas are living contradictions. Niggas are full of unfulfilled ambitions. Niggas wax and wane. Niggas love to complain. Niggas love to hear themselves talk, but hate to explain. Niggas love being another man's judge and jury. Niggas procrastinate until it's time to worry. Niggas love to be late. Niggas hate to hurry. That was the beginning of a powerful speech. And he talked about the difference between black people and niggas. And I'm probably going to get demonetized for saying that word so many times. I apologize, YouTube, but I promise you I am black. You can review that as many times as you want to. But I do want to say this because this video is more important to me than being monetized. This video matters to me.
Yeah, Twitch, I'm black as well. I could use the word nigga. Nigga. See? Nothing happened. But no, it is the most ugliest word. Paul Mooney stopped using it because of another shit or whatnot. Even though Paul Mooney is it took another person who's not his race to make him stop saying it like excessively, like we all know Paul vocabulary. But it's the same thing with Samuel Jackson. You barely hear him say it or like refer to other black people as niggas unless it's from like a film or it has a joke. But no, we should be better as people, but we choose to stay ignorant and whatnot, just like how racists stay ignorant like that. We should be better as a people and like, you know, I'm not saying like help each other out because we're still in that what we do mindset. I even have that mindset what we do mindset. I have to like I'm still trying to break that mindset till this day. But like yeah man, is this it? Is this really it?
It matters to me because it's been on my mind for eons.
Oh my God, Dragon Rush.
The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., or Martin Luther Prince, some might say, left and said, I'm going to Canada. And at the end of the episode in 2020, Oprah became president, November 8th.
Huh?
This was my favorite episode of Boondocks, and to this day will always be my favorite episode of the Boondocks, and there's some fun jokes within there. But the reality of it, that's what we have to do. We have to make things funny so people listen.
Come on, him with the wood hammer. No! Come on! How did I flinch like 4 times?
Growing up, this was an amazing piece of fiction put on screen. Why do I bring this up? Because did you know black people hate gay people? I know what you're thinking. My black friends don't hate gay people. I mean older black people. I mean most black people that you will meet in the hood. Most black people that will grow up where the kids go to daycares and
They only hate gay people if they're males. If they're like a woman and they're like lesbian or whatnot, or quote unquote bisexual, niggas love that shit. I don't know why. It's like, oh man, free pussy, yeah, she like a nigga? Let's go.
Shoot them up. I'm talking about those black people. I'm talking about the black people that go out and do homosexual activities but hate gay people and still beat them and bash them. When you can't tell your grandma that you like men, when you can't do that, when it's viewed as zesty or fruity, when the women contribute to homophobia the deepest because they don't like a man with their nails done. They don't like seeing a man that's not masculine. When they talk about these 50-50 deals, when they talk about all this nonsense, that's what I'm talking about. Black people hate gay people. I know what you're thinking. It's not a monopoly. You don't speak for all black people. I don't. I do not. And I never will. And that cannot happen. I can't speak for an entire people. And no one can. No one can speak for all their people. But I say this as somebody that has dealt with black people. Talk to black people. Talk to them. Talk to older black people and ask how they feel about non-binary people. Talk to older black people. Talk to people from the hood. Talk to a black.
Probably older people be like, I don't care. Dead ass. They're probably gonna be like, I don't care, do what you do, as long as you don't hurt anybody. Cause our grandma grew up that way, my mom grew up that way. Most people in our family grew up that way. Like we had gays in our family, we had lesbians in our family, and bisexual in our family, stuff like that. We still treat them as if they're family. But like other motherfuckers on the outside, probably don't like them like that. And like being gay or a F slur or growing up was like bad because of how it was seen and stuff like that. Like I'm so happy that I rewatched Thank You to Wong Fu recently, bro. And I'm like, damn, this film was so damn good. Cause that film opens my eyes that little like people like I hated that Wesley Snipes in the dress, to be honest, like 100%. But they also had a white dude and a Mexican dude in the dress too, so like it kind of balanced out. It's not only a nigga. But no, basically, Thank You to Wong Fu is a film about drag queens, and yes, I am using the term drag queens because in the film, Wesley Snipes actually explains it best. This is why I want to fucking figure out who the writers of this movie was. He says there are differences between transvestite, a person in drag, and I think they said hold on, we gotta find that clip. This shit was funny. Robin Williams was in this? No way. Oh, he was in this. Right. He was the one who sold the tickets to do. Because there was a scene in the film where he was like explaining the difference between the three or whatnot. They didn't delete it. Still looking. Oh shit, Trixie actually reacts to that? Gotta see what they talk about. Yeah, I know about this person who just like somebody else, and for those who know or know who that is.
Please.
You are a whole lot of woman.
You should apologize. Hey, to say what? Oh, good evening. I just hope nobody mistakes us for the divorce.
Oh, he said tranny. And I'm only using this now has a slur. I'm using this what Wesley Snipes said in the movie, or transvestite. It's somebody who actually goes through the operation and whatnot and gets sex change. A drag queen is just a guy who dressed as a woman or something. And there was another one that about straight guys, homophobic. I think he said something about homophobism. I think. I really gotta find that quote. Hold on. Let me ask 13. They're gaming. 13.
Hey.
I need your help. In Tu Wong Fu, where was it where Wesley Snipes explains the difference, like a person in drag and a transvestite? By the way, I'm streaming, by the way.
Hey. Okay, so I got this in my mind. It's when they get to the go back to their apartments after the first show when Chi-Chi is crying in the stairs and they're like, you're not a drag queen, you're just a little girl in a dress.
But then again, when does
I'm pretty sure that's the part.
All right, I'm gonna look that up.
I'm trying to figure out.
I think I found it. Cause Maxime was like, why is that little Latin boy crying?
Yeah, because he was crying at the stairs. He's like, why is that little Latin boy crying?
I thought that was like
Latin boy in a dress.
when they started the fucking road trip.
No, they started the road trip after. It's what led them to take Chi-Chi with them, because Chi-Chi was like, oh, I don't know, I don't see anything, and they were like, well, let's just take her with us and teach her along the way.
By the way, if I'm correct, I think as well.
Well, all right, I'll be right back, guys.
The whole Angelus thing.
All right, I think it's this clip.
We will induce envy and rage. Oh, look. That little Latin boy in drag is crying. Find out why that little Latin boy in drag is crying. Little Latin boy in drag. Why are you crying?
Just because the two of you are so pretty, you're so pretty.
That's all. Yes, of course we're pretty, but why are you crying? Maybe she just found out Menudo broke up. Now, little one, what is your name?
Chi-Chi Rodriguez.
What's with the waterworks?
I just wanted to win this so much, because I never won nothing my whole life. Every time that I do something, I'm getting it wrong and somebody's always laughing at me, But maybe I'm gonna meet somebody nice who will rescue me and take me away, and instead of these old men, with their greasy bellies and their money and and leaving when the time is up. But no, because I'm a loser. That's why I'm a loser. I hate my life. I hate myself.
I'm gonna get my ass beat in this fight.
You are a winner. You look like, well, you are a winner, and don't be looking at me. Look, Zima. Don't be giving me none of that bleeding heart Sally Struthers look. Chi-Chi, you just said.
Okay, so where was it? Because it has to be on the stairs. Part were you talking about? Part you're talking. God damn! That's a different. No, that was Bill Cosby. God damn! No way! I don't. The real reason Lisa Bonet was fired from a different. Oh, that was a different one. God damn! I forgot how big old biddies are. By the way, I saw that shit as a Holy shit.
And I didn't like the way they were treating Lisa Bonet. You disrespect her in front of the audience, in front of me. You disrespect.
Canceled. The idea was to focus on.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to watch this like later on.
Blood or a Crip and ask them how they feel about it, despite the fact that they sleep with their homies. Ask them those questions. Speak to them and ask them how they feel about homosexuality. Ask them. As a matter of fact, ask them how they feel about alternative stuff. Ask them how they feel about Little Uzi. Ask them how they feel about men painting their nails. Ask them these questions and you will see what I mean when I'm talking.
Okay, Little Latin Boy was crying at the beginning, which crying on the stairs, and the whole talk about transgender, trans, and drag queen are right after they left for the road trip. So, would it be here?
How are we gonna know where we're going, okay? Instincts, my dear. And exquisite wit. Darling, if you're going to become a drag queen, you're gonna have to learn these things. What do you mean, be a drag queen? I am a drag queen. Oh, child, no. You will simply put a boy in a dress. When a straight man puts on a dress and gets his sexual kicks, he is a transvestite. When a man is a woman trapped in a man's body and has the little operation, he is a transsexual. I know that. When a gay man has way too much fashion sense for one gender, he is a drag queen. Thank you. And when a tired little Latin boy puts on a dress, he is simply a boy in a dress.
Yeah, nah. So I found it. Yeah, fucking, I'm so happy that I rewatched this. But no. Let's get back to
Talking about it before you comment something stupid and think you know black people and think you understand how people operate. Live in Detroit. Live in Toledo, Ohio. Live on the east side of Detroit. Live in Atlanta. Live in Chicago and try to be gay. Do that. Try to paint your nails and go to an older black person and see what they say to you. See how they ridicule you and your family. See how that happens. Because they believe in God and Christian. That ain't right. And that's the reality of the situation because they grew up with that. They grew up getting beat for being who they are. They grew up with ass whoopings. They grew up with hate. They grew up because they want you to know that it's not easy for black people. They want you to suffer as they have suffered. When in reality, this is the important part to me. The important part. Black people are setting themselves back by not being progressive. And this is a collective thing. When you see these reactors, when you see Duke Dennis and all these people, and they see somebody such as Sketch, and they get weirded out saying, bro, don't do that weird stuff, bro. Don't do that. That's weird, bro. Don't do that. That's strange. When you see these people that aren't kind to black women because they see a black woman and say, wait a second, are you trans? You gotta be trans. There's no way. Hold on, I'm confused. Drewski going to this black woman right here and assuming that she is a man. Assuming that she is a man just because they are so scared of being in slight ways gay. Oh, that's a trick, though. You don't understand. That's a trick, because black men, they didn't want to demasculate black men. Because back in the day, hold on a second, we had Big Mama's house, and we had Tyler Perry and Medea. We had this happening. You don't understand it. They dressed some of my faves. All these black men it's a humiliation ritual. So we don't want to be gay because they can't.
Yeah, fucking watching Tyler Perry. I never did like his fucking plays, like, cause I watched the plays, I hated. Like, it's just fucking weird ass black drama, which is the same shit. Woman ends up getting hurt by her man because he's not Christian enough, meets a Christian guy, end up finding love again in God and all this other shit. Cause that's basically what this is pushed for, is pushed towards Christians and like black people who fear God or whatnot, right? And I hated it and thought it was stupid because like God shouldn't be the reason that, like, mind you, you can find love while being a follower of God and stuff like that. But that shouldn't just be the only standard. It shouldn't be the only thing you get, right? Like, fucking, I always hated, like, oh, since you're single and shit like that, why don't you date a church girl? first of all, a church girl wouldn't even fucking date me because like usually most of those girls or whatnot grew up like trying to be free from God and trying to get away from that stuff. So they won't date another dude who just like, you know, not a nigga. Because most of those women who, I say most, not all, most of those women who go to church or whatnot don't want another motherfucker who's also a churchgoer. They want a motherfucker who's outside of that so they can either convert them or fucking like live out what they don't want. Because why would I go to church or date a church girl if there's already church dudes up there already single shit like that and they can just hook up with them? I know this is bad logic, but like fucking that's how I grew up and saw it or whatnot. I've grew up and it happened like my face. I saw somebody who dated a preacher's daughter and that shit went awry. A bunch of shit. So like I personally avoid during church girls because I know church girls won't even fuck with me. They won't even look at my fucking direction because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerdy nigga. So church girls just won't settle for a nerdy nigga. They want somebody who's just a nigga.
Can't take the black masculinity out of us.
Yeah, this is the first time I used that term like more than like 30 times in the stream. That's crazy. It's just demonetized when I put.
I understand it. I get it. I know what you mean. I know what it's like. I know what it's like to be called something you're not. Oh, I know. I know. I know what it's like to be called a monkey. I know what it's like to be called horrible, evil things. Jungle bunny. Oh, I get it. Moon cricket. Oh, I understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I grasp it. However, I say this as somebody who grew up with all this, as somebody who is sick and tired of it. We have to do better.
We're not gonna do better.
We can't keep doing this. Buy me right now.
We never do better because you know why? Stuck on fucking on our own fucking culture and being on toxic shit like that. Because like, mind you, not the whole culture is toxic. It's just there's a certain subject, so you know how damn, this is gonna be terrible me explaining this, especially how the way that I'm not high trying to explain this shit. But like black people, like we have black people, African Americans, and then there's niggas. And like it's like a whole how we have white people and then there's rednecks and then there's like, you know, southern racist hicks or racist or like I don't know the Asian part of this, but I know the Mexican part of this is like Latin America, Mexican, and then you got the I think Cholos? I could be wrong because anybody who's Hispanic in my chat, please tell me the slang term for like Hispanic people or Mexican people because I do not know. Because Vatos is a gang term. I've been away from like Hispanic people for like long ass fucking time. Like it's almost been 10 years since I like been around that culture. That's besides the fucking point. Just if somebody's different, don't call them a weirdo. If somebody's fucking not what the standard or what quote unquote what the black people supposed to be. Don't fucking just be upset with them because a lot of black people, especially niggas, don't know what it means to actually be like what black is or what the culture is supposed to be, except what they grew around in. That's all. It sucks, but like it is what it is.
Is a little kid that is being petitioned off right now. This little kid is being petitioned off to find a date. This was on, I believe, the same network that Pit Pop the Balloon is on.
Oh,
I may be incorrect.
Yo, is that the fucking kid who became a rapper? And like he's like really fucking stupid with it?
About this, but it's in that same vein of black YouTube and how it operates. Outside of that, this was a party that I got to witness on Facebook. This is off my phone, so that's why it's vertical. And I hope you enjoy this because it's a bunch of little kids with wands in their hands and it's strippers. And these are children. This is the environment they grow up in. This is what they have to realize and witness. This is the trauma being.
Damn, I wish I had a stripper during my birthday parties. Probably would change all of you strippers. But sadly, I'll just see strippers. Why the fuck did I give my money to that person?
instilled, where they have to go outside and get a switch done to them, and they see their dads with goals, and they have all these baby mamas and baby daddies, and this is an issue. And this is Sexy Red. This right here is Sexy Red. I think Sexy Red is a beautiful, powerful, amazing woman. I think she's one of the most beautiful women ever. I think she is kind, and I think she's sweet. I think she is setting black people back 6 billion years, actually, too. The music she makes perpetuates a negative, strange, odd stereotype. However, it is embracing what happens in the black hood and stereotype and diaspora, is embracing it. My pussy good, that's why I got 2 baby dads. She is
damn
the obvious. Yes. Oh yeah, 100% I got 2 baby daddies. And this is a regular statement within the black diaspora. And there are Caucasian women that have this happen to them too, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about my people, so shut up. So, this is important. This is important to me.
I'm making an
because
experience.
why is this music being made? Why is there music about people getting shot and destroyed and robbing people and hitting licks and calling them slime and wiping a nigga's nose and destroying them and sliming somebody out? And why is this being destroyed? Why is can't put down the cup? Why is the drug perpetuation being explained? Why are people using our slang and destroying it? Why are people using our slang as now common TikTokification of the words? Why are people doing this? Why is this happening? Why? Why is this the reality of the world? Why is this happening? Why are black people allowing this to happen? Oh, it's not that black people are allowing this to happen. They're trying to fight against it. But they're creating a caricature of their own culture, and people are seeing that caricature and allowing it to be put out. I have a friend in Australia who thinks all black people act like people and boys in the hood, and he was very shocked to figure out that I don't speak that way. And I said, I thought you all guys were kangaroos. How you feel about that? And he said, guess we are. The rest of the world takes their stereotypes as jokes. They really do. They don't care about the words of Americans because America's a horrible country, but the rest of the world doesn't really hate America. They really don't. I thought they did. They view black people as fun to love, horrible to like. I love dreads. I love the culture. I love basketball. I love the fact that you're all tall and have a category on the hub. I love you guys. And we are caricaturized.
Okay, do we experience
We are not viewed as humans. We are viewed as an aspect or a product to be put out and placed. And that's fair. Because black people are amazing. We really are. We got it. We're great. Cool. That's fun. That's great. That's fun. I like that. However, it comes to a point where we're characterizing ourselves. We are cannibalizing our own selves and our own culture, and we're complaining that we're doing it while still doing it. You can't complain about the action and still do the action. Can't do that. That's hypocrisy in full front and lobe. And this is not all black people, obviously. This is specifically the deeper hood black people, the ghetto black people, the black people that I interact with the most, despite the fact that I don't sound like I interact with those black people. I don't look like I interact with those black people, but those are my friends. Those are the people that don't watch my videos.
30, that's crazy.
Those are the people. I didn't grow up with anime. I grew up with Dragon Ball Z, but that's all black people. We all just grew up with that. I didn't grow up with anime. I grew up with basketball.
Like, niggas know who Goku is. Like, actually, niggas grew up in my generation know who the fuck Goku is. Because we all watched fucking Dragon Ball Z. Like, I'm gonna throw that Hadouken. Like, we call shit Hadoukens, Kai Blast, call shotguns Kamehamehas. Crazy, right? That we use in anime in video game terms to explain what the gun is or when persons get shot.
I grew up with Fantasy Picks. I grew up with GoDaddy.com.
GoDaddy.com is crazy.
I grew up with Spike TV. I grew up with BET. I grew up with MTV. I grew up before ridiculousness. I grew up to see Token, the black guy. I grew up to see Chef in South Park. I grew up with that. I grew up when the black character was always either the super nerdy one or the really cool one.
Okay,
I grew up with movies that saw black people as a joke to be made fun of. That's what I saw. And that created an irreparable image of black people that can never be shaken. And when you see effeminate black men, you assume they are a prince archetype, however you say the word. That's
oh yeah, level 100, let's go. We got a whole squad of
level 100.
black
Black woman that she is ghetto and has weave and her hair is not real. They assume that black people complain about everything on the planet. We've just trying to be people. We're just trying to exist, same as you. We just want to not be disrespected.
I actually want to read the comments of this. I'm a white dude who raps in them. I'll make a comment on this.
And at least for a little bit, respect it, right? At least for a second, respect it for one moment, please. Black people, we are cannibalizing ourselves. I have nothing more to say. We have to come together and stop this. I just want to point out the issues and how deeply it's messing me up. I just want to complain for a little bit because that's all black people know how to do, right? Right. I'm going to add this last section here to talk about this because I've calmed down because I was getting a little bit heated upon speaking. White people. Let's talk about them for one moment in the grand scheme of things. White people are going to wear do-rags. White people are going to use AAVE. White people are going to do that. That's going to happen. When you create something that's popular and the world sees it, they're going to use it. You can't covet your entire culture. You cannot do that. That is impossible. You can't say people can't make jerk chicken.
Yeah, like dreads. Dreads has been like a thing even when black people were around, or even when before black people used to wear dreads. Is something that naturally happens when you don't take care of your hair and you just let it grow out. You don't comb it out, or you do a certain style with it or whatnot. Hell, even with black people, you get like fucking dreads without taking care of it and just look a fucking mess up there, you know? Hair is just hair. Hair's gonna do whatever the fuck you want based on the biology that you have. Like when I was a kid, I used to have long hair. Kid put gum in it. Now I have short hair forever. And it is what it is.
You can't say this little white girl can't cook. You can't do that because she can. That is a real thing. You can't say black people are a monopoly on rap because we have Jack Harlow and we've had Eminem and we've had many other rappers that come into the space and they use it to get themselves up, such as Post Malone, and then go back to country as they always do. They've done that, and that's okay. That is fine and dandy, and they won't like us in their spaces at all. They won't like when a black person does country music. That's understandable. That's real. And the same way that they don't like us there, we don't like them here, and that's okay. But that's never going to happen because the melding of cultures is the entirety of what America represents, and that's what's happening with the entire world. You can't change it, and you can't stop it.
I still think segregation have ruined this country for the worse. Now we have fuckers like Trump and Elon Musk who parents are not even of the United States. Yeah, look it up. Fucking Trump, I think, is Irish, a German and Irish, I think. I could be wrong, and you know, Elon Musk is from South Africa, the most racist place on the planet. How the fuck you gonna bring racism to Africa? How the fuck do you do that? Like, real shit.
That's how it's always gonna be. It's always gonna be this. So it's going to be this one thing that's going to happen throughout the entirety of the world. People are just going to see cultures. They're going to take it. Some white people are going to think they're Japanese, and they're going to go to Japan, and they're going to find their perfect anime waifu, and they're going to go there, and they're going to do stuff like this guy did. That's what they're going to do. That's the reality of the situation. That's the world.
I want a Japanese wife.
Can't change it. I don't hate when white people come into our spaces and try to understand us. I don't care the difference between appreciation and appropriation. I don't care. Because in the grand scheme of things, all these little small minute issues that come up all the time, all this thing where you're saying, oh, do you guys go 50-50 on bills? And they'll say, we actually have a joint bank account. Joint bank account, the man should pay for everything. We will always have these issues and all these small things just for the sake of argument, because the world is so debate-brained that we can't focus on the big issues before we can deal with the small issues. I wouldn't mind arguing about this stuff if we didn't have world hunger, if we didn't have poverty, if people on the streets weren't begging for change, if we didn't have a homeless epidemic, if people didn't have...
Yeah, we need to fucking somehow house all these homes. Like, I know it's not just like a 2-day thing. Like, it's gonna take time, but like, you need to figure out how to put side homes, and not just homes of other people. Because I know that argument's like, oh, why would you taking a homeless person? Fuck no. Yeah, I don't know that nigga. Fuck. Like, dude probably has hyper mental health issues, but if they're family, if they're homeless, I let them stay. Like, to get together and, like, you know, make sure there's a little drama. But like, other than that, like, if I don't know you and you're trying to stay here, I'm not gonna allow you to stay. Like, that's besides the point. As somebody who was homeless and was couch hopping a lot, fucking, I was put on that system where like, where they give you like a apartment for. But I've been on that Skid Row rating list, but not on Skid Row. I avoided that place like the plague. That's why I started couch hopping and shit like that, right? And so, what else? And so I realized that shit tastes like, because some of those people are just waiting to get their like either Section 8 or either like their housing and whatnot, but they've been on Skid Row for like at least like 3-4 years waiting for this shit, and it's really fucked up because, to be honest, there's not that many people on Skid Row. Crazy.
Access to free healthcare. I wouldn't care about any of that. I really wouldn't. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't care about any of this if people had the ability to get jobs. I wouldn't care about if we could argue about this stuff all day if we had that. As a matter of fact, we could argue every day if we wanted to about this.
Why is Blaine here?
We could argue every day if everybody had housing. I wouldn't care about that. That'd be amazing. If we didn't have wars anymore, oh, if we could fully explore the oceans, I'd be super excited about that. As a matter of fact, if we could eradicate herpes,
Piplup!
Okay,
I'm catching
AIDS,
this.
If we could destroy syphilis,
Piplup actually the Pokemon I like.
Cancer, if we could all come together as opposed to this weird race of medical technologies where a Korean discovered it first, a German man discovered it first, America was the first on the moon. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? I'm so serious. Who gives a shit? What country or nationality was first? That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's idiotic. That's psychotic. Well, he was a natural born white American blooded male. He was the first on the moon. He was the I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I never will. I can't care, right? Because we could argue all day about, should a white person use their hands like this when they speak? Could they clank clank? Should they use a black accent? We could do that all day if everything else was fixed. But instead, we choose to make these the important aspects of drama because we're so drama brain that we enjoy every aspect of drama. That's the thing there. So white people, I don't care that you use any of our stuff. I don't. I want us to come together and fix everything first. Life on Earth could be heaven. This could be heaven. We could have roller coasters everywhere. We could have gas efficient clean energy. We could fix it all if we all just stop debating and arguing every single aspect of basic human necessities outside of basic human necessities. Outside of that, let's scratch that for some reason because people think that we don't need that. Can we all agree that children shouldn't go hungry? Can we all agree to that? Let's start there. Let's start small. That's super small, right? Can we agree that people shouldn't be homeless? Let's do that. That seems realistic, right? Everybody shouldn't get a base universal income. No, you should work. I think you should work 100%. I think you should work for what you have. I think that's fair. However, AI is coming up, and if AI takes all the jobs, and if AI takes the factory jobs and the fast food jobs, then we can focus on art. We can focus on traveling and exploring. We should be able to do that. That would be fair, right? I think that's realistic. I think that's understandable, right? True, right? That's why I'm so adamant about pushing AI, because I want us to be able to take a break. Human reality should be purposeful. We should be able to explore and enjoy things and have the option to choose if we want to struggle. Because what is human existence without struggle? It's nothing. We get bored. We don't like drama. We can make our own drama, and that's why we seek conflict, because it gives us purpose. We join all these activism movements, Black Lives Matter, the white power movement, white supremacy. We do all these things, the hate of Jewish people for some odd reason. I don't know what that started from. The Chinese Alliance movement, all these things. All that, all this,
Pokemon.
Right? This is important.
That's water,
we do all this stuff to feel community. I don't feel like a community with anybody anymore. I don't. I feel like an eyeball out, and I hate that. I hate being unique. I hate being special. I hate feeling like my mindset is different. I hate being, in some ways, emotionally mature all the time and taking a step back to witness things. It agitates me. It does. It's not fun to be this. It's not fun to be the most reasonable person you know. It's agitating. It's not fun to not get emotional about things. And I don't think I'm the most reasonable person I know. I don't. But people think I'm the most reasonable person they know. And that's a terrifying thing to hear. To hear that I'm patient is a horrifying sentence because I'm angry all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't get violent with my anger. Same with...
I'm patient. But I'm learning as a grown-ass man how the fucking... like that, but it's really fucking... especially when it... like, cause like, with stuff like, Marvel, Midnight Sun, Marvel's been, like, the game's good. I'm enjoying the game, enjoying the story, stuff like that, and like how everything's going. It's just, the story part have you do a certain amount of things that I don't want to do. But like, if it helps me get like 20% crit by maxing out their friendship, want to fucking do it. It's just like I really don't want to, but like it is what it is.
The Hulk. I brought up the Hulk earlier, and I'm saying it again. Same with the Hulk. It's horrifying. Or maybe I didn't bring up the Hulk earlier. I don't know. I probably didn't. I have no clue. I'm just here. I'm just ranting and complaining. I'm sick of this. Sick of this. Sick of this. Okay, now I'm leaving. I apologize. I'm done. I'm done now. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
All right, GG. Hold on. Now we're gonna find out what started this first war. That was 8 months ago. When was this? It's still type.
Amano Pikami, a beloved VTuber known for her infectious energy and charm, made her debut on March 19, 2020 as part of the inaugural wave of VOMS English. Her arrival on the scene was a significant moment as she was the first English-speaking member of the agency, bridging the gap between Japanese and international fans in a way that was only just beginning to be explored by VTubers like Kyoryu Coco.
はね、圧倒的に海外の方が多かったんですけど、今はね、過半数が日本の方になってきましたね。海外視聴者さんの。
Oh shit! I have a fucking level 59.
時差的にお昼の方がね、あっちのゴールデンタイムだからね。
そうそうそう。ただ最近ね、その他のプラットフォームでも配信をしてるので、そっちだともうほぼ海外の方なんですけど、YouTube は結構日本の方もありがたいことに登録してもらってますね。
Pikami's debut stream was a resounding success, showcasing her fluency in both Japanese and English, a rare feat at the time. She quickly captivated audiences with her unique blend of languages, her signature catchphrase Dayo, and her warm, inviting personality.
When you add Dayo at the end of the sentence, it makes the sentence more friendly.
Her usual greeting Ohao and her send-off Otsupika, a playful combination of Otsukare, which means thanks.
No more moves becomes ice moves, and ice moves become powered up. Yeah.
Recognizable and endearing her to fans across the globe. Pikami's character design, crafted by the renowned artist, Vocaloid, music producer, and meme icon Giyari, perfectly embodies her unique appeal. Her Gyaru-inspired style, simple and relatable, radiates a sense of innocent charm.
Moves can only be used after all of the moves in battle.
Approach to art created Pikami with a deliberate lack of over-the-top cuteness or coolness. She's not an idol, but an entertaining embodiment of the human experience. Someone who embraces the silly and the dumb, making her incredibly fun. Giyari's inspiration for Pikami's design, as he shared on Twitter, stemmed from a deep desire to see his streamer friends flourish. He described a burning passion for watching streams, fueled by a desire for endless content, especially from his favorite agency at the time, Niji Sanji. While Giyari loves creating imagery, he prefers to let the VTuber's own personality shine through, allowing them to express themselves freely. He describes his approach as a win-win situation where he finds the soul of a VTuber and helps them bring their vision to life. In fact, Giyari not only designed Pikami but also founded the entire VOMS project, specializing in video game streaming. The agency, under Giyari's leadership, offers its member a remarkable degree of freedom as he claims they are allowed to explore their creativity and express themselves authentically and pretty much do whatever they want, while Giyari retains the right to produce merchandise of their likeness. Although his agency still sparked controversy when one of VOM's talents, Monoe, was fired for her mysterious breach of contract. Pikami even addressed the incident on stream, highlighting the complexities of navigating agency contracts and the importance of finding a balance between creative freedom and business considerations.
I had a chance to talk with her before she left, and she said that
looks
thank
good.
you so much for the old support.
It's like a vagina with wing.
I'm doing great.
I'm sorry.
By April 2020, just a month after her debut, Pikami had already achieved a major milestone, reaching 20,000 subscribers. This success was fueled by her energetic personality and her infectious laughter, often described as sounding like a boiling kettle.
Oh my god, stop!
In your gone. Get your own kettle dial. Fine, hot singles in low Earth orbit.
Her streams became a heaven of fun and positivity, and her unique way of starting memes and her signature quirks cemented her place in the VTubing community. One of her quirks was her affinity for wooden spatulas. Her favorite was an IKEA spatula dubbed Tomoe, a combination of her Vom's co-star's name Hikasa Tomochika and Jitomi Monoe. Tomoe, with its slightly nibbled top from a playful encounter with Pikami's cat, became a mascot of sorts, often appearing in streams and fan arts, and even celebrating a birthday on April 21st. Pikami's streams were often graced by the presence of Agome, her real-life close friend who has joined her for streams and chats on multiple occasions. Soon, Amano Pikami's rise to stardom became meteoric. She hit 100,000 subscribers in less than a year. By October, she had already surpassed the 3,000 subscriber mark, which is insane for any creator, yet alone a VTuber that early into the VTuber trend. And at that point, we're only halfway through her journey. Pikami continued to evolve, marking her first anniversary with a brand new outfit on March 19, 2021. A few days later, she introduced Isekai Pikami, a radically different 2D model. This new look, a departure from her usual style, hinted at a design she would embrace in the near future. Oh look, what I did here, foreshadowing. This new persona, with its two distinct versions, one for YouTube and one for Twitch, further solidified Pikami's status as a versatile and innovative VTuber. She even collaborated with Vanquish for a merch line showcasing her growing influence with different projects that she endeavored. And with every new milestone, Pikami continued to surprise and delight her audience, proving that her journey was far from over. But just when things were looking too good to be true for Pikami, like many other creators, she was tested by the internet. First, they attacked her for being a lolly. The internet, a breeding ground for both adoration and vitriol, fixated on Pikami's youthful appearance.
Yeah, man, I wish I could talk about like issues in the VTuber, but like I already talked that shit to death, and there's already better creators could do it better than I can. I just like to just talk about it, you know. Usually that shit is and like I know we watched another about complaining like that, but like I feel like if had like an actual discussion about it, especially with like other content creators in the future, we get like voices out there. But then again, motherfucking Asians don't care. All right, my highest is. Oh no, it's still guys. Oh wait, I gotta continue.
With some even going so far as to claim she was a PDF file, mostly because she has often expressed her admiration for this art style. This isn't something considered taboo in Japanese VTubing culture. For example, it's sort of a meme that girls like Matsuri always proclaim.
So, as long as it's not sexualized, it's fine. I think Anya has a great design as a child character or whatnot. But other than that, fam, like if you're like trying to fuck one, gross. But like it's better than the person actually being a PDF file than like fucking like I'd rather have a person be a lolicon than a PDF file, because like most lolicons that I've read up on and stuff like that don't really go about that. It's just only strictly kept in like animation, books, and literature and everything. But if you're actually trying to go after kids, that's gross. I don't know why I have to disclaim this every single time I talk about the subject. But feel like you have attractions with kids or anything like that, just go get help. What the fuck do I even? God damn it.
Claims that she loves lollies, but Twitter be twittering. Well, that's just part of Japanese culture, and a culture that is quite popular there. Showing appreciation for these young-looking anime characters isn't meant to be creepy or even sexual. It's more about their innocence, their aesthetic, and how cute they are. Or kawaii dayo. And Pikami is incredibly into lolly.
二次元のロリは何か訴えてくるものがある。わかるよね。めっちゃ可愛いよね。ロリめっちゃ可愛い。ちょっとよろしいですか？待って。何もしてない。
I need one more? Okay.
山田エルフ先生は。可愛いよね彼女も。いやでも詐欺りが一番なんだよな。
In fact, I don't want to spoil too much, but she does end up getting a lolly design later in the future. Needless to say, the internet still remained upset at Pikami's perceived endorsement of this fictional anime character style, and she started to develop a few antis from that point on.
Oh, it's fairy type. Wait, I have a steel type on me. Hold on.
VTubing industry as a whole. Because on February 10th, Hogwarts Legacy, a game set in the Wizarding world,
Oh, it's this shit.
to be released.
Little burst.
Seems pretty innocent at
Could
first
be 8
glance,
times
but
super
you have to
effective.
be there to understand the full extent of the
What? It didn't kill it? It's ice and psychic? No, it's ice and fairy.
Disparaging to the trans community, which made the game itself and everyone who dared to play it, regardless of their political views, become a target to the groups that wanted to boycott J.K. Rowling and her IP. The climate was extremely tense when Pikami announced that she would play Hogwarts Legacy. The internet erupted in a backlash against her so strong and compounded with
Good thing I have a dark type.
people already disliked her for the reasons I mentioned earlier. She received an immense amount of backlash, so much so that she had to cancel her stream and clarify her stance in the following tweet.
Pikami got targeted and harassed and bullied into taking a break.
Nonetheless, it came as a huge shock when suddenly, in the midst of the controversy, Pikami announced her graduation.
Thank you for my old friends, Bronze Menders, people who has been supporting me a lot. Everybody, thank you so much. ありがとう。それでは。
Hey.
おつピカー。おつピカでした。本当に本当にありがとう。
In this moment, the internet started to collectively mourn Pikami's graduation.
いかん。雨が降ってきたな。いや、雨だよ。
Pika, oh man, I was texting some yesterday with Pikami. I was so sad. Yeah, poor Pikami. I don't want it to leave. I didn't do nearly enough with her yet.
That's kind of sad. Fuck.
It was even more heart-wrenching that her content was going to be purged, her YouTube channel and Twitter accounts wiped out into the digital ether. Her YouTube channel and Twitter accounts
Didn't she come back?
wiped out as well. Many blamed the Hogwarts Legacy controversy and the harassment she faced for her departure. Different factions started to blame each other for what had transpired. What information was missing, the internet filled it with its own wild imagination, and the conflict escalated even further. One faction blamed the Hogwarts harassment as the catalyst for her graduation, painting it as a diabolical turning point in internet history. But lurking in the shadows were bad faith actors using this moment to target trans people or push their own political agendas as well, which complicated the situation even further.
Well, wait, wasn't there a bunch of trans people hopping on people's stream because they were playing Hogwarts Legacy? Don't leave that out because, like, oh my god, this really does suck because he's not going through like the trans people were being toxic and the people who were anti-trans being toxic as well. Like it was everybody who hated J.K. Rowling or who didn't like VTubers just going after these people playing it and using Hogwarts Legacy has a scapegoat. Nobody talks about that. Let's go.
That people are going to be
Now the hindsight of knowing this what happened after 8 months of this video.
to a group of people, primarily trans people, when to be honest with you, singling out a group of people and generalizing it is the wrong way to go about it. And frankly, this is what brought us here in the first place.
Meanwhile, others insisted that the graduation was planned long ago, unrelated to the harassment. While the harassment she received undoubtedly impacted her and put pressure on her in many ways. especially knowing that she had also been bullied throughout her childhood. After all, researchers have compared the feeling of dropping hot, steaming coffee on oneself as having the same sting, pain, and shock of being ostracized online. VOMS, Pikami's agency, later released a statement confirming that her graduation was indeed planned in advance.
実はピカミーとはかなり長い間協議を重ねていまして、卒業すること自体はだいぶ前から決まってました。だいぶ前から。
This put an end to the swirling rumors correlating the two events together. Briefly,
Okay, Articuno's there. Can I still do this?
Ah,
they fixed it.
Sparking another wave of debate. Also, don't get me wrong, I still think the harassment was unwarranted and stupid. Furthermore, some VTubers who had supported the harassment used Pikami's
There we go.
as a tool to showcase their own righteousness and downplay the severity of the abuse she had endured. Ultimately, Pikami, a harmless kettle who simply wanted to have fun, inadvertently became a pawn in a political war she never sought to join. It's a tragic reminder of how easily the internet can be weaponized, turning a beloved figure into a symbol for hate and negativity, all while pushing agendas she was never involved in. Now, this may seem like a bleak end to Pikami's story, but don't worry, the story's got a good ending. Because on May 6th, the VShoujo Twitter account began releasing a series of animated teasers with the hashtag IQ999, hinting at a new mysterious debut. And on May 13, 2023, this new talent debuted with VShoujo showcasing a beautifully made Laura animation video. And to everyone's exclamation, they immediately recognized the voice.
Yo! Oh my god! Oh my, let's fucking go!
And the Dios.
Thank you so much, Dio! There's a Dio. Oh shit. Power of Dio, Dio. Power of Dio, Dio.
That, and also because she might have slipped up a couple times.
Huh?
What? Huh?
Yeah. Fucking the editing.
You know, maybe you should introduce yourself to our
Oh, what? Huh? Huh?
Because I believe.
Wait, what? Just called a fucking Articuno with a premiere ball. I wasn't even fucking paying attention. I was sitting here looking at the video about to say some shit because I'm enjoying like the video and shit like that. I throw a premiere ball and just catch it. Oh, that's so stupid. Alright, now let's continue.
Pikami on her stream says that we're playing Baldur's Gate, so.
Indeed, Pikami was back, this time under a new look and different alias, but our same old friendly kettle nonetheless. Her debut was a huge success, reaching a peak of 37,000 viewers. Old Pikami fans flocked to be reunited with their Oshi, eager for a retrouvaille with their beloved VTuber. This was Henya's chance for a clean slate, free of controversies and in an environment that would enable her to realize projects VOMS simply didn't have the structure nor the resources for. Although that window panel might have sparked some discussion at the time, Henya's fans were officially called Hentai, a clever pun derived from the first part of her name Hen, and Tai meaning squat. It's also a playful nod to the Japanese slang word hentai, which translates to perverted. The Morse code on her skirt also hid a secret message. It translates to, if you can read this, you're a nerd. Not only that, her debut at VShoujo ushered in a new era of creativity and collaboration for the company, with the acquisition of several notable corpo VTubers, and helped reconcile several grievances some fans had built up.
You know what these guys should.
Over the years. But that's another large topic of its own.
Let's say if somebody's surfing right here or whatnot, they should actually introduce like the bug, but only just for those tiles.
Breath of fresh air for VShoujo. She quickly embraced her new environment, forging strong bonds with her new genmates like Iron Mouse and Project Melody. Their collaborations radiating with joy and genuine camaraderie. Iron Mouse even found herself moved to tears by Henya's infectious positivity, a rare moment of vulnerability for our Queen of Chaos.
I'm crying, you crying? No, you're crying. How dare you? I think I need a little time. I'll be right back.
Henya continued to flourish, achieving remarkable milestones. She won the Rising Star Award at the VTuber Award. She debuted her stunning 3D model on May 18, 2024, a longtime dream and goals of her. She also participated during VShojo's
Oh shit!
3D
I gotta check on the message.
Pop Explosion and released her first original song, Umbrella, which is a powerful ballad showcasing her vocal talent, with a music video featuring her genmate, Haruka Karibu, released on October 29. Henya further expanded her reach, collaborating with both indie and corporate.
Yeah, she didn't reply back.
Creating a diverse and dynamic network of collaborators and endless hours of really fun content. Her collab streams are a particular delight to watch.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yeah?
For $1, name a furry.
You are?
You're gonna make things weird. No.
You are?
No. No. Never. I've never watched any of your streams.
Really?
No.
Oh, I see. Oh, come back.
No.
Oh, that's cute.
No. Why are you saying like that? Why are you saying, oh, that's cute?
It's safe to say Henya's journey wasn't without its challenges. The internet, that steaming cauldron of opinions, threw its share of negativity her way, but Henya, always a force of nature.
Oh, it's a fucking battle royale game. Probably on phones.
Further, the day she revealed a new costume on December 21st, 2023, she also shared with her viewers that she had undergone same-day surgery just the day before. If that's not an iron will, then I don't know what is. And in the end, Henya became a shining example of resilience, and the importance of finding your tribe has carved out a space for herself in the VTuber community, a space filled with kettle-like laughter, creativity, and unwavering positivity. Maybe she's got a secret compartment for that extra steam. If you enjoyed this video and want to watch other videos like it, make sure to drop a like, leave a sub, and leave a comment for Dialgo. And for even more content, check out my Patreon. Until next time, I don't know if it's Ohio or Ohio. Ohio. The Morse code on her skirt also hid a secret message. The Morse code on her skirt also hid a if you can read this, you're a nerd.
Nuclear drama is a term that many.
Wait. Mujin, I'm not watching you right now. Chill, bro. I already finished the KG fucking arc, dude. Damn. Fuck, come on. You gotta chill with that shit.
Put her in a movie.
Why the fuck is
a
a
TV show?
fuck in my house?
It's just going to.
My fan's on. Every single window's open in my house. I drank a bunch of water this morning.
On the seashore, I might have 88.
Yes, we're watching Almy.
You guys know how it goes.
Hey, Almy.
Video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Yeah, guys, today is Thursday, February 27th. That's right. The 4P champ is here. Oh my god. 4 videos in a row. What's happening? Is the world ending? It might be. That's how much news is going on that I have to keep coming up here to talk to you guys. These big old chunky wonky videos of things that are happening. Let me give you a preview just really quickly. I have to give you a preview of what we're going to be talking about today because it's a lot.
Sorry, just like
okay? Remember
crow in front of my fucking window. Fucking love crows.
Yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. But apparently Nick Merckx responded and absolutely freaking cooked him. We also have an update when it comes to Extra Emily, when it comes to the whole backlash about her like saying but also not saying the N-word. Apparently the Epstein files are dropping sometime today, okay? We're going to finally find out who done did it. In politics, we have a few more updates when it comes to Trump. Apparently he has some type of AI video that's floating around that's pissing a lot of people off. Today is officially Pokemon Day. That's right, okay? The official Pokemon channel just came out with a trailer. So I'll let you guys know everything you might have missed. And there's more, right? This is not.
I didn't know today was Pokemon Day.
Might have to start dropping like double uploads for you guys, or maybe I'll drop a video. Definitely have a video for you guys tomorrow as we get more of the Epstein files. Okay, so just relax. Okay, buckle in. All right, hit the like button. Okay, if you're still here, just do it. Just do it and subscribe. Okay, if you're
No, my glasses. I'm getting food right now. I'm scraping out of the fucking pot. Oh no! No!
Kipper the Kirker said the Epstein
my glasses.
Here saying that the U.S. government will release Jeffrey Epstein files tomorrow. That is as of today. Okay?
No, I'm shattered my glasses. No.
That the FBI was going around and scrubbing and deleting evidence of the Epstein files. And now today
I'm gonna fix this.
We're going to apparently be getting some names, and the list of names that could apparently appear on this list is like extraordinary. Okay, it's like P Diddy. All right, so you know how there was the Diddy party. All right,
fuck.
All the people and waiting for the names of that. Same thing with Epstein. This whole Epstein Island with people and sex trafficking.
I have extra glasses.
You can think of, but you have a lot of huge political figureheads from around the entire world that used to frequent this island with this freaky ass. People have been waiting for this list for a very long time, and a lot of people.
This list is going to be highly censored.
About the list because one of the people who has been known to hang out with Epstein quite a lot was Trump. So the question is like, would the FBI release a list that also has the name of like Trump on there? Like, and if he's not on there, then does it mean it's altered? Is it going to be a complete list? Who knows? It's still.
It's going to be an altered list. It's going to be one page. It's going to show every single black person that was there, and no whites. Watch.
Talk about it. We'll just watch this really fast in case you haven't seen it.
People are wondering because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them? What's taking so long to release?
What's taking so long?
I do, Jesse. There are well over this will make you sick. 200 victims. 200. So we have over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that,
wait, there's victims in the list?
The personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind?
I bet you Trump's going to be like, that list is a lie. I've never met that guy. Even though there's pictures, those are only associated parties that Epstein was invited to. I was never invited to Epstein's little flat. This is fake news from the FBI. Hey, watch, it's going to be some shit like that.
A lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well, we'll
along with his co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
Oh,
damn. Cat Williams going to be on the list. Michael Jackson's probably going to be on the list.
You guys are watching this video.
Those are just entertainers, right?
Names might have already come out. Again, it's still early morning, so I haven't gotten anything. Okay, so when the names do drop, I will definitely give you an update on those names. Okay, don't worry. Subscribe. Okay, I got you. Again, the public sentiment about the Epstein list is still kind of, it's a little bit confusing and wavering. It's like, number one, why is it taking so long? Okay, the fact that they have to redact like 200 victims' names,
that's fine.
That's the reason why it took so long. Okay, there's names on here that could be very, very detrimental to the political world at stake. I think worldwide, in my opinion, but definitely in the United States, right? And there's names on here as well that I believe that would not work in the best interest of the current regime that's in office as well, and people in the as well. My guess is the diddlers are on both sides here. So it's like, will the information be altered? Why are we hearing rumors about it being?
So you know what pissed me off? We get more information about Diddy than we give with Epstein, and we're just now getting like information with Epstein. It's fucking crazy. I think that's fucking. Give us proper fucking information and shit like that. Don't just like hide shit. Like, I understand victims need to have their identity protected, but fucking just drop the list. Unaltered, unedited, or whatnot. You know what I mean? People are always gonna be skeptical of. People are always gonna be skeptical of this shit, especially bringing it out this late. But no, let's continue.
Deleted and altered the day before it's coming out, and how much faith and trust can we have in? Another thing that's worrying a lot of people is that we're in the age again of misinformation and disinformation. Okay, lying is the most OP, overpowered thing that you can do in the office because there's no repercussions. Period. Period. Politicians, governments, people everywhere can come out here and straight lie to your face, okay, and feed you the wrong information and then fool you, and then when you find out later it was a lie, you're done. There's nothing that can be done about it. You've already accepted the information, you've already had the implications, and we move on. So there's literally no repercussions to freaking lying here. So it's going to be a mixed bag. What I think is going to happen, to wrap this section up, by the way, is that the list is going to come out and it's probably going to lean towards a certain group of people and not towards another certain group of people. Okay, there's going to be a confirmation bias. So if the group of people who are listed, you know, let's say for example, it's mainly red, right? Then the people in the red are gonna be like, this list is altered, fake news, not real. But if it's blue, they're gonna be like, oh my God, this is the realest thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, like, and it's the same thing, vice versa, turned around. Whoever narrative that it fits the most, then it's going to either be a good thing or a bad thing, because, you know, that's just how politics work. I know there's a group in the middle of people who have nuance, who are kind of like, yeah, I'm not on both sides, I'm just trying to figure out the truth. But I think that's kind of like the small minority, but we'll see. I'll keep you.
Yeah, no, I just want to know who the fucking knows. I don't give a fuck who it is. If it's mostly comedians, I would understand, like, you probably had to help, probably able to help. But other than that, bro, like, I do want to see this on the list. I don't know why it took, like, fucking almost, like, what, 5 years? No, 6 years.
Guys posted, it's going to be pretty big, that's for sure. All right, let's jump in. We have an update here when it comes to the whole situation.
I also think Epstein was murdered. He wasn't, like, didn't commit suicide. I believe he was murdered, 100%.
With extra,
I could fight me on that. I do not give two shits. I believe he was 100% murdered. For him not testify against all those fucking people who were who went to his parties.
Okay, the streamer from OTK who had some clips that were going around. It was viral with her and her friend NMPLL, and she basically, his name is Nick, and then after she said, you know, Nick, then, you know, she said the and then the combination of those two words made her sound like she said a word. Then there was a second clip that was
honestly, I didn't see the second clip, I only saw the first clip, and like the extension of the first clip didn't say it. She said Nick, and then her has like didn't say nigger or nigga. She said Nick, and there was a slight pause in that because she miscalled somebody by their name. Now I do this shit a lot. I'm terrible with fucking names. I will forget fucking names. I will butcher fucking names. I will destroy fucking names. I am the villain when it comes to fucking trying to remember somebody's fucking name. Unless I known you since like we were both like high school, little or whatnot, I'm gonna remember your name, based on the name, as we seen. But like, if I've never seen your face, if I haven't never shook your hand, I'm gonna get your name wrong. I'm gonna forget what your name is. Dead ass. But anyway.
Trending where she said Nick, and then she said pause, space, and then she did a grr sound, like grr, like growling at you, right? So some people were kind of like, okay, you know, the first one, the Court of Omni, we had nigga court, by the way, the other day, and the Court of Omni said, like, she's innocent, right? I said, you know, she's free to walk away. The first one was a mistake. The second one, kind of sus, but, you know, what are you doing? But the internet didn't feel that way. Internet is a wild card, okay? And if they'll find reason to hate you, like I said, they will find reasons to hate you. But people could see the mistake of, you know, your best friend, one of your friends being Nick, and then you saying the second clip kind of like dug her in deeper, where a lot of people are like, oh, okay, I thought that you made a mistake, but now it looks like you're kind of playing into it.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah, don't play into it. If it's a joke, fine, but don't play into it. It's gonna get worse and worse because the nigga said from somebody else, unless like you known them for like years or whatnot, or like you gave them the pass, fine. But if you said it on accident and you try to play it as a joke, they say it on accident and you should have a black friend and his name is Nick. Hilarious. He probably does use soft air around him too, but probably he has his like self-aware. She probably doesn't use it, but he probably just don't care because usually when black people give the pass, it's only for that one person only. It doesn't work for like everybody else and people like, you know.
And then Extra Emily came out and was like, hey guys, please stop. You know, I'm not racist. I'm not trying to say the word, you know, please stop. And now we're here. Extra Emily gets emotional in reaction to the recent drama.
And I was like, okay, what else would I do with my time if I
Ooh, that's a good design.
I talked to my mom and she's like, Emily, go get an MBA and you can just go back to work. And I'm like, that sounds horrible. So I'm like, I still do, like,
every time I thought about something else, it always just came back to me streaming, and I was like, I just have to kind of weather this part of the bad part of the internet.
So
Your parents don't understand what streaming is. They don't understand how it works. Fine, that's all good and Gucci and shit like that. Because our generation or your generation is different from your parents' generation and shit like that. So a lot of our generation, especially having your kids like early and whatnot, not gonna understand how streaming works unless you actually delve in. You know, this is see streaming has some weird ass shit. Unless you know like somebody like Kais or not.
Well, she said, I think it's funny, right? Not this. I'm not laughing at her tears, okay? I'm not that. I think what's funny is people at home who are watching who are like, oh my God, I'd have to get an MBA and work. And people are like, that's exactly what I'm doing right now. And this person right here who's streaming is like crying about the fact that they'd have to go to do what it is that you're doing. Because when it comes to content creators, I think a lot of them are very out of touch. I was in the corporate workforce for the majority of my life.
Work and stuff like that and read and like that. I can tell you right now, I don't want to go back to retail in any way, shape, or fucking form because people suck, 100%. I actually love streaming and shit like that, even though like I'm affiliated and not getting really paid for this shit. I'm doing it because I just enjoy doing it and talking out there to the ether when nobody's actually listening or making clips or don't really give a fuck about what I'm doing or anything. But that's besides the fucking point. I don't mind streaming and everything like that, because I just use this to boost other hobby too, with video editing, which that's more of a job skill than a hobby. But then again, I have to place it as a hobby because I don't put myself up there with other like actual professional video editors and stuff like that. I'm still feel like I'm on like the amateur to lower level of video editing. And when you go through my like YouTube channel, you can see it or whatnot, right? Now I do have a few edited videos there. Like I have a perfectly edited videos of the Division, and that shit's 100% edited, like to a point. You're gonna notice the cuts, especially through like each transition. The sound cuts out a little bit. That's the only thing I'm just gonna tell you about it. If you catch it, you catch it. If you don't, you don't.
Before I became a content creator, so I can see the separation. A lot of the content creators go straight from like high school or not even before college and just go straight into the content creation. And if they make it, there's this gap where they just they don't relate to the working class because they quite literally never ever joined the working class. But yeah, I thought there was kind of humor in that. It's sad to be honest to see what she's going through. I don't think Extra Emily is a bad person. There was a little bit of drama beforehand a couple of weeks back where there was a clip going around where she was talking to her parents and she said she would not pay her parents back for how much money they loaned to her to help her go to college. Apparently they gave her like a lot of money and she said on stream, I'm not paying it back. Just not going to do it, even though she's very well off as a streamer. So people were like, wow, that's pretty it's pretty selfish of you to not want to, pay it back to your parents who invested in you, and now that you've made it well, you're not trying to give any kind of money back. Yeah, anyway, let me just put in just the rest of the clip really fast.
Did you say her parents are fine now? Like financially?
Want to do, which is kind of you have to deal with it. So there are tough times, but we'll keep pushing on and keep trying. So I was really thinking about it though. I was like, is this a sign to stop and pursue something else in my life? Like, it's happening too frequently recently. It's so
I'm gonna keep it real with you, but there ain't no way. He's not letting this go, okay? The question of should I pursue something? You're not. You're not. Once you've tasted the sweet.
Now I'm poisoned. That's actually threatening.
The sweet, freaking sponsorship money, the OTK money, the donations and the subs and the dopamine. You can't go back, okay? That's why people hang on to it for relevancy for long and long, even after they're canceled. It's crazy because they just can't leave it freaking behind. So the internet has been a little bit more vocal. Okay, they've been responding. There's one part of people who are like, guys, it was this is a nothing burger. Okay, why are people spending much time talking about it? Like, for real, like it's not a big deal. She didn't say the word, and if she did,
true, it's a nothing burger. Why do people give a fuck? about what happens on the internet. The internet's not a real place. That's crazy.
It's
crazy.
Like, come on, let's stop giving it power, blah, blah, blah. You have a lot of other people who are saying, bro, just take accountability. You said it, you made a joke about it. It looks like you continued to make the joke about it, whether you did it intentionally or not. It looks like you were kind of playing into it. Just kind of like own it, but like don't cry, no crocodile tears, etc. So you have two sides of people who feel different ways about it, and so it's turning it into a situation already to the point where, as you can see right here, it says the media has been disabled in response to a report by the copyright owner. It looks like, and I'm just assuming this could be wrong or not, that Extra Emily went out and copyright strike DMCA'd all of the clips of her talking to NMPLL and saying those words, which is might not play well in the content
that's bad.
space. Taking down clips and videos and YouTube videos of people in DMCA is like one of the things that you just don't do in content creation unless it's like, you know, illegal stuff or the clips that you do not want authorized, right? But if it's like public information and you're sharing public information and then you're getting taken down for it, especially when it comes to YouTube, oh my God, you will get absolutely cooked. And also it's the whole concept of like trying to control and manipulate information. You get it. Afro Senju, my guy, said, hey, I don't really know this person, by the way. I saw the clip where she said Nick and it really just sounded like an honest mistake. Then I saw a clip after that where she said Nick ... pause, you know, if you're gonna double down, whip those tears the heck LMFAO. It's like if you're gonna joke around saying the word, just be the jokester, but don't joke about it, get the backlash, and then start crying.
That's what last virus, Paul. Not gonna buy another one.
I don't think this person is racist, but don't make those jokes and be surprised at the backlash. Doesn't make sense to me at all. You got Keep down here saying LMAO. You got this other person saying, hey, I've seen your content, I mess with it. But if you're gonna keep it a stack, this has got to be one of the stupidest douchebag posts I've seen on my timeline in a while. You started the post with, I don't really know who this person is, and then just followed up with, really, it's just sounded like an honest mistake. Why use her influence to bring more drama to clear out of context clips from the past and encourage more?
That sound like a simp.
Not only that, this quote retweet is on a clip of her crying about it and is messed up with her mental. You're over the top of that. And then Afro Senju said, look, I'm not as locked in as you are with the content. I saw what I saw and thought it was crazy. I think this is this comment right here is interesting because like the majority of the internet is just going to see a clip of some girl, right, saying the N-word, and that's it. They don't know anything about her. They don't know the context. They don't know her personality. They're just going to see her saying that, and then they're going to see the second clip of her saying the girl, right? So that's it, and that's all the information that they have. And just based off that information, it is kind of sus, right? It's like you have to dig deeper to kind of be able to vouch for her. But as a person who doesn't know her, it does look bad just from a normal person who's come out of here and met her for the first time. In my opinion, as the token black person on Black History Month, okay? I know you
oh yeah, it's during Black History Month.
Black people are like, okay, Omni, all right, how do you feel, Blackie? Okay, tell me. Tell me.
I'll catch another one.
No, I honestly, I'm still of the belief that I don't think she's racist. I don't even know if she was joking about it or not. Maybe, maybe not. I actually genuinely don't care. But that's just me personally. You see, I'm a black guy on the internet, and I'm just used to this. In fact, this is so tame to me that it's a nothing burger to me because well, number one, I've been exposed to much more. You guys probably know this, but as a content creator and just being black, I get exposed to that word every single day. Somewhere on some platform, somewhere, someone is calling me a monkey or an N-word. So I'm just kind of desensitized.
Yeah, somebody's just thinking that I'm taking all the white man's air by just existing.
Whatever, you know, it ain't even like the top of the iceberg, okay? So for me, it's a nothing burger, but that's just for me. Other people might not like how it is, and I have to kind of respect how people feel, and other people might feel like it's nothing as well, and it's not a big deal, and I have to kind of like let people have their opinions as well. So just when I'm giving my opinion, I'm not trying to assert it upon you or say that it's the truth or not. It's just me personally, like I'm just like, okay, but it is Black History.
Hey,
so, you know, people are a little bit more sensitive to these kind of jokes around this time, right? And number two, like it did seem, and I could be wrong, that she was kind of playing into the joke with the second clip when she said Nick, and then pause, and then Gur, which I thought was funny, right? But other people might not. That's the part when it comes to humor, especially when it comes to racism. I make a lot of jokes here on this channel. You guys will be like, Omni, I didn't think that was funny. You know, let me do the Dr. Respect. Omni, I didn't think it was funny. Sorry, I'll never do that again. And sometimes when I tell jokes, they don't fly and people might not like me for it. And that's what happens when you tell jokes at other people's expense, right? Sometimes it will fly and people are like, haha, that's funny. And some people be like, hey, that hurt my feelings. I don't like you anymore.
Are you serious?
That's kind of like what it means to be a comedian in the Earth space. And I have to accept that. So I still tell jokes, but I try to let you guys know, hey, I'm chilling. The point that I'm trying to make is that this situation is really
I'm
messy,
confused
okay?
in the hit. I know it is.
Think are not going to work in her favor. The fact that this is a back-to-back instance where Emily has been kind of crying on stream about things that people feel like are not things that are worth crying about. It seems like she can't handle a lot of the pressure when it comes to the internet space, and then when she calls the internet evil, you know, as opposed to just saying like a better response a lot of people were saying would have been like, hey, yeah, I did make the joke because, you know, NP is my homie, that's my guy, and I was just playing. Sorry if I went too far. My bad. Okay. And to be honest,
hindsight is 2020 though. Hold on.
The
Hindsight is 2020 though, bro. Like if the internet's oh my god. Like if she didn't say it, she didn't say it. And if people want to think that she said it, that's kind of warped and fucked up in a way. But it is what it is. The internet's gonna internet. There's nothing you really do about it except for say sorry.
Ability part where you just kind of say, hey, my bad, that, you know, went a little bit too far, shouldn't have done that. Most people will be like, okay, cool, like thumbs up, like fine. There's still going to be the people, the hater brigades, who are going to hate you regardless, but you can never appease them, right?
Oh, have
so the
protein,
only people that you can, you know, cater to
protein.
is just being real and just be like, yeah, that was kind of stupid of me, my bad, I don't want to do that no more. I don't know, that's how I feel. I do feel
Oh wait, was it just following me?
At the same time, like when other people are kind of having their opinions about her, whether it's on one side or the other, they're entitled to it, and I can only just sit back here and watch how it plays out. So I'll let you guys know if there's any updates on this situation. I'm hoping my videos or clips don't get taken down. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? All right, I'm just reporting the news. Don't do that. All right, we might have a problem there if we do that. Before we get into the Dr. Disrespect update, okay, I have some really sad news. This is really
it's
really
following
tragic.
me.
Chef Back
Help.
said Michelle Trachtenberg has died. This kind of like hit me with.
Yeah, I was told about this yesterday. I remember her from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was Buffy's little sister. The reason why I recognize her, kind of a crush on her when I was a kid. Really, really fucking cute. I don't know how old she is right now. No, I don't know how old she is.
Whiplash.
She died at like either 39, I think.
Michelle Trachtenberg has sadly passed away at the age of 39. Her face.
Yeah, bro. Like she's just a year older than me. Well, I'm about to be 39 this year. Damn, bro. She's like had that Jennifer Tilly syndrome where like she just looks beautiful.
I feel like it's one of the most recognizable faces that I recall in most of my teenage childhood growing up. She was the star for Harriet the Spy. I completely forgot.
She was in Harriet the Spy?
I knew her most from Buffy.
Yeah.
I was a Buffy fan. I don't think I followed it a lot, but like I had a crush on Buffy and on her as well when I was growing up, and I think she also played in a couple of other movies as well. But she passed away,
she played also, I believe, in Firefly.
Just being like, wow, 39, way too young. Sad to see this happen. People are saying it's from natural causes. So just an update to say rest in peace to Michelle Trachtenberg. This one kind of just like out of left field. Really, really sad and sucks to hear that this happened. So, all right, let's get to the updates to Dr. Disrespect. Okay, if you guys didn't know, in yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it, by the way, just go ahead and watch it. We talked about the crash out that Dr. Disrespect happened. It was a 4-minute nauseating clip of editing. Oh, my Lord. Like, I was getting a headache kind of reacting and watching it. But he was basically complaining about the fact that
Civic was in front of the door?
Back on him after the news came out that he had engaged with a minor online, right? And he did not like the fact that his friends, and by his friends he was talking about Lupo, Tim the Tatman, Nick Merckx, and I think somebody else as well. And he was like, yeah, you guys, you can't believe you didn't see through the lies, didn't see through the smokes and the mirrors. He started kind of doing some little grifting where he was talking about pronoun peoples and liberals there and how everyone has the wrong information. It was really sad. Like a lot of
funny. I have a sense of
are now starting to see like through the facade. It would be harder to see it beforehand. But the problem is that there was again a tweet where he just admitted to talking to an underage person, and that's enough for people to be like, let me back up. Okay, that's enough. If it's not enough, then I don't know what is enough. So here's Nick Merckx. Nick Merckx was one of the people who was really close with Dr. Disrespect. And Nick Merckx is also a streamer as well. And then he made a video kind of distancing himself once he found out about the information. He was kind of like, dang, you know, that sucks to hear, you know, that this happened. I'm going to obviously take a step back. I don't support this. I'm going to distance myself. I think later on he went on a podcast to talk more about it in detail, but then people are saying that after that point, he kind of like stopped. He went radio silent and didn't talk about Dr. Disrespect. And then Dr. Disrespect, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, came back and said, "Hey, heard what you said, by the way." And this is why the rant happened. So now we're back here to Nick Merckx, who is responding to the situation that happened with Dr. Disrespect. Let's see what he has to say here.
Whatever. We already know the dude cheated on his wife. Then he's talking about, this guy met my wife. I mean, motherfucker, you cheated on her. I met her? That's the highlight here? Yeah, I shook her hand at the Super Bowl halftime for 7 minutes. Yeah, I fucking met her. She was a nice lady. I feel bad for her, man. I hope they figure it out. I seriously, I hope they figure it out. I hope it's great for them, man. I really do. I know it must be hard, this whole thing for them. I hope they figure it out. But I didn't go up there talking shit about his wife and his kid. I just made a little point that I think was important. How you doing this with a wife and kid? That's all I said. And I think it's a pretty fair fucking question. Because everybody thinks this guy is up on some fucking hilltop like we all pray to him or something. What are we doing? What are we fucking doing?
So yeah, he's saying like, yeah, bro, why are you talking down at people when you don't realize, like he was talking about like how he was disrespecting his wife, right? And then people were like, dude, like, did you forget that you kind of did this to your own family? Like you had a full daughter? Like you did this to your family and you're mad at other people for taking a step back, even though you took a step forward and disrespected your own family.
We're all fake and phony because we cut ties with you after you did some fucking crazy shit. Put all your boys in a tough spot. You want to get real about it? Get fucking real about it. You put everybody around you in a tough ass spot because you're a dog. Because you're a dog, bro. And I've known plenty of dogs, man. But when you go below that 18-year-old bullshit, you a different kind of dog now. Now you're a weirdo. And you can't fucking, you have no self-awareness. You can't reflect. You can't hold yourself accountable. You can't be a man. Being a man is about holding yourself accountable with things you do. It's a really important part about growing up and being a fucking man. You're a father. You're a husband. Look, you fucked up. You got to own it. You got to be a fucking man. You fucked up. You don't get to go around and blame everybody else for the shit that you did. That's not what you do. That's not what you do.
I said, hey, dun, 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 dun. What's going on? Sorry, that's actually one of my favorite songs, by the way. I'd put that on the top 25. The one with He-Man, by the way. Anyway, he said, yeah, man, you had to be a man. You gotta own. Stop pointing fingers at people. Like, why are you pointing fingers at the people where you put them in a tough spot? Your friends, okay? Because you did some fuck stuff, right? You was up there going crazy. And now you're like, why did you guys not have my back? Why did you take a step away? Like, why are you trying to point fingers? And I think the answer to that, like you just said, was not taking accountability. That's the beginning and the end of it. So it feels like, in my opinion, that Dr. Disrespect is purposely lying to basically, keep his audience and his base. And, put the clips out there so people can believe this misinformation, like I said. But also, number two, he's projecting what happened by blaming other people. These are tactics that people use when they are dodging accountability. It's dodging accountability literally 101. And even if you might not agree or like Nick Merckx or in terms of like what he's done in the past, what he said was some real stuff. It's real. It's the truth. But yeah, there's another like 10-minute clip or whatever where Nick Merckx is talking about it as well on stream. I'm not even going to get into those details. Those were the two viral clips that people were sharing around. And yeah, you guys already know my opinion about it. Again, objectively, Dr. Disrespect has just been lying, okay? He's been manipulating information. He's literally been editing tweets in real time and people have been calling out about it, okay? So he's not really a trustworthy source when it comes to what's happening. Whatever he says is kind of already untrustworthy, even if he is telling the truth. But he's already been caught in multiple lies. And even now, as we've, covered this situation in grave detail, what he's saying is not accurate to what has occurred. It feels like he's trying to change the timeline. But somebody like me or somebody like you who has seen the events are like bro, you can't say that this happened after just seeing this. Some people will be fooled. Others will not. That's how I view it. You guys can let me know at home. That's the update. I don't think it was a good idea for him to crash out like that, because it's just bringing it back up to the limelight. Unless, again, he just shows the receipts and he shows that's what people care. It's the same thing with the Epstein files. Same thing with the Diddy files. If you just show it and it wasn't that bad, then you're good. But you can't, because it probably was that bad. Quick sports Twitter thing. This one sucks. You guys may or may not have heard about this Twitter account. It's called NBA Centel, right? It is the infamous sports Twitter account where they post some of the most obscene like tweets that you can think of when it comes to like sports, news and history or whatever. And it
doesn't work when I have to actually
like I think NBA
area.
Central, that a lot of newscasters like Stephen A. Smith and people in the sports sphere have like quote retweeted and like, man, I cannot believe it. Can you believe that LeBron James took a shower with a chocolate Hershey bar? Like, it'll be something ridiculous, but because it looks so close to the real thing, people will believe it. But it's a parody account, so it's a and it's powerful. It's loved by many. It's kind of like The Onion, but with sports, but they got deleted. They got removed. It says here, today we honor the legacy of a Twitter legend, perhaps the greatest single run we've ever seen from a basketball account, with all due respect. It was pretty legendary as well. Okay, literally people everywhere. We have, let me show you exactly how crazy this is. These are tweets from actual basketball teams, from Stephen A. Smith, okay? Rest in peace, Centel. NBA 2K, rest in peace, Centel. The Sacramento Kings, lit that beam for Centel tonight. The Houston Rockets, forever in our hearts. This is for you, the LA Clippers, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, Utah Jazz, Atlanta Hawks, Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Like, these are brands that are paying respects to freaking to Centel, because that's how monumentally, like, I would say, like, not important, but how big they became. They were a part of the sphere, and they got eviscerated. A lot of people are upset. Someone said here, accounts posting all kinds of violent and hateful and racist things on this app, but NBA Centel can't post jokes. Yeah, like, I go on this app, right, and I see someone die. I see naked people. I see naked people having sex. I see more people dying. I see people getting shot. I see fights. I see racism. I see bigotry. I see all of that, right? But you got some person with a Twitter account who just making like goofy parody accounts, and they gotta go. They have to go. I don't know if they'd ever be reinstated. Sucks, but rest in peace to NBA Centel. Probably one of the funniest, most important parody accounts when it comes to social media spaces, just absolutely being evaporated in one day. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit of politics. Okay, this one's kind of gonna blow your mind. A lot of you guys have been saying, by the way, that you do appreciate the political commentary. Okay, I'm not trying to turn this channel to a politics channel, but again, like I said, I think it's important to kind of like be in the know of what's happening without like getting too lost in the details. At the same time, I'm trying to project information for you guys objectively and fairly, just so you guys can have information. Like, my goal for you guys is to have information. That's it. I always have to
do a Pokemon up here,
because a lot of people are kind of worried, like, oh no, which agenda is he going to push here, from the left or the right? What's going to happen? A lot of people talk about how stressed it is. Relax. Okay, like I said, Elon Musk has not lobbied me yet. Okay, I haven't gotten that Israel money yet. When it happens, when I get paid, there will be I'll blink 3 times, like a boom, boom, boom. I'll let you guys know. But until I get that money and I get lobbied, right, I'll give you guys nice, independent source of news and information in a chill and relaxing way. It's all right. It's going to be Dying John Blue. Anyway, Yodo said, what?
Hey, it's Earthquake. Let's go.
Bro? Y'all not gonna believe this, okay? This tweet says, breaking. Trump posted the most disturbing post of any president. An AI video showing a real estate project development in Gaza Strip, presumably ethically cleansed of Palestinians, men dancing in bikinis, sipping drinks next to Netanyahu. Is it Netanyahu? I think it's Netanyahu. I always I have some words I still don't know. Netanyahu. I've heard the right pronunciation and then I forget it. Anyway, Lil Donald Trump literally posted this tweet. Let's just, if you haven't seen it, let's just post it. It wasn't a tweet though. I think it was actually on his other social media. This is not fake, by the way. This is AI. So that
was it?
But this is an actual thing. 2025. What's next? Just gotta pause there, right there, just for the copyright purposes of the song. I'll play a little bit of the clip. So I paused on the phone. Elon Musk. This looks like an Elon. I think that's him. Elon Musk sitting here in the new Palestine, eating food, and again the other clips as well here is showing a utopia that has been rebuilt from the ground up, like a cyber future utopia of Palestine where it's like it's good now. There's no more war. There's no more rubble. It's just
Oh shit.
Yeah, sorry. Let's go back for that one. They had the AI had videos of How do I explain this one? I mean, I think it's explanatory. I think these are Palestinians that are they have guys with the beards, but big old bosoms. You know, the power of AI is very powerful, as you can see, and they're dancing. This is something that he's posting.
Gaza is finally here. Trump Gaza shining bright.
Trump Gaza, shining bright. You got Elon with the money. You've got, this is very important, these clips. You've got Trump dancing with the locals. You've got boats and ships and people hanging out on here like this is a pier. It's I mean, the way they pronounce it, it looks, you know, good, right? You got kids bringing
Oh my god.
Okay, so this one is a big old statue of Donald Trump. You cannot make this up, bro. This is huge. A statue.
He's
Donald
buffing
Trump.
himself.
And there's a place in Palestine called Trump Gaza.
Trump Gaza #1.
So again, all right. So a lot of mixed reviews. There are people who have been personally impacted and infected by the situation that's happening in Palestine. They've lost loved ones. Okay, there's people who have died.
I think the AI shit that Trump brought out was like the one with stuck on his feet, but at least that one was funny. Gotta check in real quick. Oh, my eyes. Alright. Like, I only play this game for a little while without my glasses. So I can so blind right now. Well, not blind. I can still like. Alright, so I'm about to show you what I can't see. Let's see if I make this bigger. If I know it says Gaza, but that looks like a C to me. That looks like it's a triangle. This is a Z next to another triangle. I know that's supposed to say real Donald Trump, but like the A looks like an O and the N looks like an A. That's how bad it is. That's not dyslexia, folks. That's me not being able to see shit.
Making memes and jokes about this is going to be normal when it comes to an internet level of people who kind of do that. But when you have that happening with the actual president of the United States, I think we can objectively say it's tacky, right? Wherever you stand, it's a bit tacky because this is a real event with real deaths. This is a genocide, all right? All right, people are dying in the thousands, and we're posting about a Trump Gaza to be built on top of the land that has just been drowned with blood. I think that we can all agree here is no bueno. As you guys probably know, there's been a lot of public backlash on it. Okay, there are some people who are saying like, hey, yeah, I support Trump Gaza. There's people like that. Some people are saying, yes, Donald Trump is just trolling you guys. He ha ha. Like, I can't believe you guys can't see that he's just playing around. He's messing around. But he's not. I mean, like, he's not. That's the thing, right? When it comes to information, it seems like he's playing, but he's not. Like, this is what he's trying to do. He does want to evacuate all of the Palestinians from Gaza. He wants to do He wants to take ownership. He has said it. Okay, this is so it's It's a meme that is quite literally based on truth, and while it may be exaggerated, it might not be an exaggeration. Anyway, it says Trump's social media video garners pushback from Arabs and Muslims and US and Gaza. As you guys know, the entire world has responded to this. Not just people in the United States, but the entire world, because the president of the United States literally posted this video. It reads here, the post comes weeks after Trump suggested that the US should take over the Gaza Strip and relocate Palestinians. In Gaza, many residents have little to no internet service, but some who viewed the video expressed anger to NPR Gaza producer Anaz Baba. Baba showed the video to 20-year-old Mohammed Abdul Raham, who rejected the idea, quote, we won't be lured by a few statues and money. Leave us alone and let us rebuild our homes by ourselves, he told Baba. Faye Namir, the CEO and founder of the MENA, Middle East and North Africa, American Chamber of Commerce in Dearborn, Michigan, called the video offensive and counterproductive to peace talks. However, the White House responded to these claims, saying President Trump is a visionary, and his plan is to have the United States.
This is gonna be a hard ass fight.
Rebuilding, to allow for Palestinians to resettle in a new, beautiful communities while improving conditions in the region for generations to come, that she added. So yeah, that's the AI video, okay? So some people do support the notion of Trump going there and rebuilding in Gaza, and they're like, yeah, go for it. Like, take care of it. It's a place, and United States should be in charge with it. That's a fine thing. I think also there are some people who are like, hey, I don't know if that's where we want our taxpayer money to be going.
Oh no, that's swag!
Here, not pushing it out over there to build, you know, the Trump Gaza. Overall, I don't think it was a very popular video for Trump, and it seems to have them support. But again, there's so much news that's happening when it comes to Trump and the the executive orders, the FBI. There's so much that this gets drowned. Like after one day of kind of wildness, you're like, wow, I can't believe this happened. You start to forget because, well, there's more to talk about. Welcome to America. Do you have your battle pass, okay? Because, yes, Donald Trump has basically announced that the U.S. will sell a gold card. That's right, which will grant those who pay $5 million residency and a path to citizenship. Quote, wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this.
Oh my God!
Be wealthy.
Mountain Force! Fuck!
Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm gonna restart.
Money is always king. If you ever question the power of money, if you just ever question like money isn't it is because
that was so dumb.
You can buy yourself into America if you have $5 million. The green card, nah, those are for the
Yeah, no, I laughed when I heard that too, but I'm actually here for it. Put more money into our economy. Pay $5 million for this card. Do it. I fucking dare you. And this is not for like Mexican immigrants. Nah, this is for like fucking the rich and the wealthy who wants to come to America and show that they spent money by giving out a gold fucking passport. Ain't nobody gonna buy this shit. They're gonna go for the cheapest fucking option or get the diplomatic passport, which is damn near free. And then be in America, bro. This 500 million shit, bro. That's putting wasteful money into the fucking. That's putting that if these are pre-made, that'd be funny if these are and not made like on request. If these made on request, that's fine. But like, that'd be funny if they made like 10 million of these. Like Trump, what are you doing? Hold on. If it's fully gold plated, it's probably not gonna be. It's probably gonna be like $15 worth in gold. The rest is gonna be like 10 in copper.
Hey, welcome to America. You're in the Yen Club now. I feel like a lot of people who have just money to spend will just buy this thing for the sake of buying it. Just be like, you know what? I just want it. It's a $5 million gold card, so I can come in and out of the United States as I please. Sure, I guess I'll accept it.
It's sort of a green card plus, and it's a path.
Green card plus.
Citizenship. We're going to call it the gold card, and I think it's going to be very treasured. I think it's going to do very well, and we're going to start selling hopefully in about 2 weeks. Now, just
beating the shit out this fucking
sell $1 million, right? $1 million. That's $5 trillion. 5 trillion. If we sell 10 million, which is possible, 10 million highly productive people coming in, or
no, that's not how this shit works. Not how this shit works. That's not how this shit works.
That's $50 trillion.
No, it's not.
Our debt is totally paid off, and we have $15 trillion above that. And
I want to know how many billionaires do Trump think that the Earth has? Hold on. let's see. There are about 2,781 bees according to Forbes. Let's and this record high is combined wealth of these millionaires is $14.2 billion. At the list. Yeah, everybody here on this list is white. I'm not looking at that. Fucking. Mbop. Let's see. Elon Musk is going to Texas. Let's see here. Yep, the majority, all these motherfuckers are just 100% white. Alaska, West Virginia, and Delaware are the only states without any billionaires. Let's see. Array Technologies, founder of Ron Korea, Mexico's first billion. He probably won the lottery or something. Worth $250 billion. Actually, a quarter would be almost a quarter. Then you got Elon Musk here. Why don't you put a dunce hat on this? Like, I'm a billionaire, but I'm still an idiot because I don't know the difference between coding and what the fuck I was talking about. Like, I am oh no, black billionaire. Here we go. None of them compete with white billionaires. The highest one, $11 billion, but I want to get closer. Come on, I hate fucking Pinterest, bro. Okay, Magic Johnson's on there. Okay, cool. Taylor Swift. Motherfuckers who we know. I don't know. Like, I actually know who that is, but I don't know his name. Elon Musk is up there at the top. Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Larry Hens, Buffett, Bill Gates, Palmer, Arabi, Larry Page. This is a top 15. None of them are black, by the way. Territory. Yeah, even all of them are still white. Well, it looks like she's Hispanic. All? I'll just list. Yeah, we're not gonna do every single one. Let's just know like black people aren't that really black people aren't here. Like I think Magic Johnson's like 10 to 11 million, I believe. Oh, Taylor Swift is above that, and all these other people are probably above that, but still, not that many black
Now I don't know that we're going to sell that many. Maybe we won't sell many at all, but I think we're going to sell a lot because I think there really is a thirst. No other country can do this because people don't want to go to other countries. They want to come here. Everybody wants to come here.
Okay, so yes, the logic is if you get a certain amount of people to buy this gold card, then we can use it to pay down our deficit, which I think it's like in like $20 or something like that. And
Thank
that's
you.
the logic behind it. Yeah. Have you guys ever noticed? I mean, as you get older, but have you guys like realized like when it comes to people and humans. When I start seeing human beings, I stop seeing them as like adults. I stop seeing the titles. I see these guys, right? But then I think to myself, 50 years, 70 years ago, these people were just kids, children, people.
Not even 80 years ago, this is just
They
kids.
just got older. They got into these positions, and they're just kind of doing things. I don't know. When I see ideas like this playing out, the mask and the mystery.
No, I see what he's saying though, because it does feel like these are a bunch of adults acting like how we were acting when we were kids. And like I see that with like the gender war, I see that with like fucking the gaming, all this other shit. It sounds like we're just a bunch of fucking children just yelling out there into the world or whatnot, especially when we after we're the age of 21 and shit like that. Like it feels like we're told our opinion matters until we get to an adult. And that's where our opinions are really the shit unless we're like in kind of like some kind of power or inside like some kind of like high position or have like a real title on our heads and shit like that. And then our opinions matter, you know?
The government or any kind of CEOs or people starts to it peels back, because at first you think like, wow, Jeff Bezos, crazy. No, they're not special. Nobody's special, right? And this reminds me that this is just three human beings saying some things that you may or may not agree with, and I just wanted to make that comment because I feel like it becomes more and more painfully aware of how people in power and people with a lot of money are still just.
Why would she have a water fairy type?
They just have a little bit more currency than others.
They'll be able to pay $5 million to the U.S. government.
There we go.
Vetting, of course, we're going to make sure they're wonderful, world-class global citizens. They can come to America. The president can give them a green card, and they can invest in America, and we can use that money to reduce our deficit. Why do we give out lotteries of green cards? Why do we give out EB-5 for green cards? The President of the United States understands that the right answer is why don't we eliminate the deficit of the United States of America instead?
The gold card, well, millions, but the gold card will bring in with it people that create jobs, very high-level people. I think
you just want millionaires and you just want billionaires to come to this country and give out money.
Today graduate from,
or like people from China who has a lot of fucking money. Because it used to be, I heard this from somebody else too. It used to be where like from somebody from China who's like from like a rich family, they would give their child $1 million and go to America and make a business and then come back with that money.
Stanford or any college, and nobody knows if you can even.
Like that's the idea, right? But like a lot of people, like it's as lower class in Mexico, can't really do that shit. Like you're getting like $100 and like a fucking bus ticket.
Are number one in their class at top schools. You know, I see that as one of the things, but generally.
I don't know why I keep using close combat.
And people that create jobs, and they won't have to pay any tax on income outside of the United States, which they're not paying right now. They're not citizens, but they'll have to pay if they create jobs in the United States. They'll pay full taxes like everybody else. So you're getting big taxpayers, big job producers, and we'll be able to sell maybe 1 million of these cards, maybe more than that. And if you add up the numbers, they're pretty.
Just 1 million people who can afford to pay $5 million. I don't know the ratio of millionaires in this world when it comes to like, you know, human.
It's not that much, and 5 million is a lot for a millionaire. You need to go for billionaires.
I'm sure there are at least 1 million people who have $1 million. I'm sure, probably. I think. I don't know. I can't say for sure. That's something I actually honestly don't.
Oh my god, Hill Block? That's crazy.
I don't know what to say about it because I just don't know how.
Thought that I have fucking circuit now. It's like, nah, fam, give me that back.
Negative to say about it, and I don't have anything positive to say about it because I quite literally just don't understand how effective this could be.
Honestly, I should have did shit with doubles.
So that's the gold card in a nutshell. I don't know if it's a good idea. Genuinely, one of the few things that I feel like I'm a little bit speechless with because I just don't know. I don't know which way it can go. I don't think it's going to be effective, but also I can't say that with 100% certainty. So I'm just gonna float that information out there, let you guys have it. All right, guys, it's Pokemon
Gonna heal.
Day. That's
right. Oh, he didn't heal? What?
Pokemon came out with a new presentation to talk about some new Pokemon.
So I'm gonna skip this part. I already watched Pokemon A and Z. I already did my opinion stuff. Now I do want to hear about his shit about the new Pokemon Stadium that's coming out.
I don't know what that is, but it looks like it could be an arena.
It's a Lucio
Pokemon Champions I got unveiled. Okay, a new Pokemon game title.
Tower, the fucking tower that's in Lucio City.
On Nintendo Switch and mobile platforms, developed by Game Freak and the Pokemon Works. The game emphasizes traditional Pokemon battles with features like Mega Evolution and Terrestrialization. It will connect with Pokemon Home, allowing for cross-platform play.
Why didn't I heal?
The announcement has generated significant excitement among fans, with many drawing comparisons to the fan-made battle simulator Pokemon Showdown, suggesting Pokemon Champions could be an official take on that concept. So, Pokemon Showdown, if you guys don't know, is a place where
No! Why would you use Pokemon Showdown, not Pokemon Stadium? Jesus fucking Christ, I hate it here. I 100% hate on being on this planet. Elon Musk and the Earth would make rockets so we can all move to Mars, or move all these idiots to Mars. I swear to God, I hate it here. I hate this timeline.
You can go online and battle anyone, but it's online. It's like literally like internet, like browser, and it looks like they're
shit.
You know, they're like Pokemon was like,
I could
monetize this.
in front of them burn the bitch. Nope, no burning for me.
You know, for free. How do we get paid off of this? And it looks like they're creating their own version of Pokemon Showdown called Pokemon. Is this copyrighted music or is this just a trailer? Let's find out. Oh, those days of just connecting to fight with the Game Boy? Ooh, man, oh man. If you missed out on, I'm also gonna judge you. That's also a red flag, okay? I don't care. I don't. When does this come out? Now in development? Yeah, that's gonna take over. Goodbye, Pokemon Showdown. Enjoy it while it lasts, because this is definitely gonna replace it. Last but not least.
No, it's not. See, the thing with Pokemon Showdown is it's on the PC. Now you can play Pokemon Showdown on the phone too, but nobody's gonna buy a Switch to play this. Dead ass. If people have phones, they're gonna use the phone app. And like the majority of people, especially my generation and the new generation, are gonna have phones. Like my phone's not gonna be able to run it. My iPhone's not gonna be able to run it. But my PC will though.
Guys, let's end this on the great news. We got a teaser for Shrek 5. It's a 27-second teaser. And I'm gonna play it, okay? 25 seconds. I don't care. I don't care. Shrek, you guys know. It's just, if you don't like Shrek or the Shrek movies, if you haven't seen it at least 25
Damn,
times,
deadass just miss.
I might judge you. So I'll judge you for not watching Shrek. I don't even know if you're a human being at this person if you haven't seen the other Shreks, okay? Number two, you've seen all the Shreks, but you've only seen them once. I'm also gonna judge you. That's also a red flag, okay?
What? Fuck you.
I only accept the people
Nah.
who watch Shrek.
I'm not even a fan of Shrek. I'm just a fan of how funny it is, okay? Like, fuck Shrek. But no, I'm gonna watch a different video. Little baby C or with that might be a point. The most terrifying prisons on earth. Let's go. I bet y'all of them gonna be foreign.
Scary and slowly work our way towards the ones that are basically hell on earth. Number 10, San Quentin State Prison. San Quentin State Prison is a maximum security facility in California and is one of the most notorious prisons in the world. Many
With more black
inmates have
people
been incarcerated here, from Charles Manson to serial killers like the Night Stalker and the Freeway Killer, as well as numerous gang leaders. Now, what really makes this prison so terrifying is that anyone who comes in is heavily pressured to join a gang. Now, you don't really have the choice to choose which one. You just simply take a look at your skin and sort yourself accordingly.
True.
Look at
Piccolo's.
the wrong time. Well, you better hope to be an ethnically ambiguous person, giving you enough time to get into your fighting stance before getting shanked. The reason why this infamous prison sits at the very top of the list is simply because it has changed so much in recent years.
Oh my God, I gotta get
inmates can be found
poisoned.
gardening, playing kickball, performing concerts, and taking yoga and art classes. There are also many educational programs to help inmates secure jobs once they're released, like plumbing courses, culinary programs, and coding classes, ensuring that they will be better off than most Americans. Number 9, San Pedro Prison. San Pedro Prison, located in La Paz, Bolivia, is one of the most unique and overcrowded prisons in the world. It was designed
Alright,
to
last
house
one.
600 inmates,
I
but
don't
it
mind
currently
losing here.
holds around 3,000. This doesn't take into account the countless women and children who live within its walls, as many inmates choose to bring their families with them. Now, what makes this prison so unique is the fact that there are no guards or government officials inside. It's entirely governed by the inmates themselves.
Wait,
And
what?
honestly, it looks more like a neighborhood than an actual prison, just surrounded by a large wall. Police never enter. This prison so unique is the fact that the inmates is one, ensuring that they will be better off than most Americans. Number 9, San Pedro Prison. San Pedro Prison, located in La Paz, Bolivia, is one of the most unique and overcrowded prisons in the world. It was designed to house 600 inmates, but it currently holds around 3,000. This doesn't take into account the countless women and children who live within its walls, as many inmates choose to bring their families with them. Now, what makes this prison so unique is the fact that there are no guards or government officials inside. It's entirely governed by the inmates themselves. And honestly, it looks more like a neighborhood than an actual prison. Just
It
surrounded by
does.
a large wall. Police never
It looks more like an apartment complex, like out here, like a project. Is that a project? A wall cover project?
enter and only guard the perimeter, deciding who can come in and out. The Bolivian police could actually care less about anything that happens inside the prison walls. They claim that it's a new and progressive way of running a prison.
No, it's
but
not.
It's obvious that they simply don't want to work. Now, interestingly enough, the boss of the prison is elected by the inmates. The boss then chooses his soldiers who will enforce the rules. The enforcers are easily spotted by their uniforms, wearing all black Adidas tracksuits, which I must admit is genius. Not only do the uniforms make them look professional, but they're also very practical, since you never know when a game of soccer could break out. Let's talk about what makes this prison so scary. The main problem here is the abundance of drugs, which are conveniently made in manufacturing labs inside the prison. It's estimated that as much as 60% of inmates are addicted to at least one. Coca leaves soaked in chemicals and cocaine are two of the most popular drugs abused, which can eventually lead to insanity. Not for the addict, but for anyone who has to suffer by listening to them. The two most common ways people die within the prison are either from drug overdoses or murder. Number 8, Baeng Quang Central Prison. Baeng Quang Central Prison is a maximum security prison located in Thailand. The prison houses inmates who are serving long sentences, typically 30 years or longer, life in prison, and those who are awaiting execution, since this is the only prison in the country that administers lethal injection. The majority of inmates are currently serving time for drug-related crimes. This includes many foreigners who had the genius idea of attempting to smuggle drugs out of the country, only to be caught in a place known for having some of the harshest penalties in the world for drug possession. In Thailand, drug smuggling can
Yeah, Asians drugs are not 1+1. That's -80 right there, bro. If you have tried to smuggle drugs out or into the country,
easily get you life in prison.
especially if you're in Japan.
Or even the death penalty. But let's talk about the prison and what makes it so scary. On arrival, new prisoners must get their legs chained and welded together. And if you don't have the bribe money for the blacksmith, the chains will be welded tighter than necessary, causing extreme discomfort,
Oh my God.
wounds, and infections. The chains must remain on for the first 3 months. After this period, the chains are removed by sawing off the inmate's legs. Just kidding. The chains are easily removed. Another reason why this prison is so awful is the food. Here, inmates receive 1 meal per day, a bowl of plain white rice. But if they're lucky enough, they might get a bowl of fish head soup, which isn't sufficient enough to meet nutritional needs. So inmates resort to capturing rats and eating them. Rat meat is so valuable that it serves as a form of currency in the
Stop,
prison.
stop,
For
stop, stop,
example,
stop.
A bowl of rat soup can be traded for cigarettes, snacks, Pokemon cards, or an entirely different meal. Guards excessively beating inmates and drug abuse is also very common inside the prison. Number 7, CCOT. CCOT in El Salvador is the largest prison in the Americas.
Oh yeah, no, we know about this, bro. They have so many fucking cartel members in here, bro. So many fucking gang members and shit, bro. It's crazy. And it's fucked up about it is half these niggas don't even have beef with each other. This is all from like, no, I think it all is from like different gangs or whatnot because of the tattoos and shit like that. But like, it's so fucked in here.
currently housing around 15,000 inmates, but capable of holding up to 40,000. It houses two of El Salvador's most dangerous and illegal gangs, MS-13 and Barrio 18, which were easily captured since their affiliations were conveniently written on their faces.
That's
In
crazy.
the free world, the two gangs are engaged in a deadly war, killing each other without hesitation. But here, inside the prison, they're forced to live together and are expected not to cause a single problem. If they do, they are taken to solitary confinement, a dark isolation cell entirely made of concrete, where they will be.
If I'm ever going to prison, this is my options to be put in here, just so I could like serve my time and shit like that. Cause to be inside of a box with no light than like a box with light, cause patches of like that.
Left for a minimum of 15 days, but possibly much longer. So what makes this prison so scary, you might ask? Well, first off,
Also, I can meditate
most of the
like properly.
prisoners will never be released. They're also not allowed visitors and will likely never step foot outside of the building again. However, they do get 30 minutes of exercise per day, but even that takes place inside the building, only a few steps away from their cell. But the most controversial and terrifying aspect of it all is that a small percentage of the prisoners are completely innocent and were never part of a gang to begin with. They were arrested by the police or military to meet their daily quotas. This has captured the attention of many large publications from around the world, but to this day, the issue remains unresolved. Number 6, Rikers Island.
Rikers Island is
the
crazy.
most violent and dangerous jail in the U.S.
They have Blanca. Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta rewind that.
World. But to this day, the issue remains unresolved. Number 6,
Rikers Island.
Rikers Island is the most violent and dangerous jail in the U.S. In 2022, there were 491 incidents of inmate-on-inmate stabbings and slashings. The jail is also ridiculously overcrowded and unsanitary, with inmates describing the living conditions as pure hell. But I'm just not buying it, since 42% of inmates quickly return to crime after their release, eager to get back to Rikers for an extended stay. Now, the reason why Rikers is so dangerous is simply because of its lawlessness. The prison often leaves entire units unsupervised. This is because on any given day, a third of the correctional officers either call out or don't show up at all, leaving inmates to run the units however they see fit. They have actually been caught admitting to running gambling rings and fight clubs, which really goes to show why they ended up in jail in the first place, since they can't even follow the first rule of their own club. But not only is this jail the most dangerous for inmates, it is also the most dangerous for correctional officers. In 2020,
Imagine you're a correctional officer, you get suplexed by a random fucking guard. Just come here, nigga.
the most dangerous
Get hugged from the back, and now your head's into the concrete.
for inmates. It is also the most dangerous for correctional.
Bro, imagine getting this while just working, bro. I couldn't, bro. I'll be upset, mad, and pissed off. Yeah, I came to work to do work, not to get suplexed. Shit, excuse me. So New Blood actually got a free game drop. I'm not playing that shit. The Smurfs 2 have a video. They have a second video game? Huh. I already claimed that. I collected a lot of these. Right party? No.
Officers. In 2022, there were over 1,500 cases of assaults on officers and workers. That's an average of at least 4 per day, making this place pure hell for anyone who even steps into the building. Number 5, Black Dolphin Prison. Black Dolphin Prison is one of the most terrifying prisons in the world, only housing inmates that are serving life sentences. It
Okay.
is located at the edge of Siberia, Russia, near the border of Kazakhstan. Now, at first glance, you might confuse this prison with SeaWorld, seeing that there are multiple statues of dolphins outside the building. But that is a prison in the US.
Stop!
And once inside the prison, they are quickly bent over. Chill,
What?
don't get too excited. They are then walked to their new cells. This is done to disorient the inmate, preventing them from memorizing the layout of the prison. So in the unlikely event that the inmate escapes from his cell, they will get lost in the labyrinth, encountering many puzzles and riddles. Each cell has 3 metal gates and is under 24/7 video surveillance. Once inside, inmates are required to stand all day long, approximately 16 hours per day. They cannot sit or lay down until it's time for bed. They do, however, get 90 minutes of outdoor activities, which of course just means that they are brought outside and placed inside of a slightly larger cage. The prison houses 700 of Russia's deadliest and most psychopathic criminals, who have a combined murder count of around 3,500 people, or an average of 5 murders per inmate. Number 4, ADX Florence. Easily the most terrifying prison in the US is ADX Florence, a maximum security prison located in Colorado's Rocky Mountains. This supermax prison only houses the most dangerous criminals in the world, such as the Unabomber, the Shoe Bomber, the disgusting Underwear Bomber, and of course, the drug kingpin El Chapo, just to name a few.
Did he escape though?
Kept locked in their cells in isolation for 23 hours a day. They're only allowed 1 hour of exercise per day inside of another steel cage. This, as you can imagine, can have a mental toll on prisoners, completely breaking them and leaving them with permanent psychological issues. Since the prison opened in 1995, there has never been
a new prison
or even an attempt, as it is basically impossible. You see, the cells are entirely made of concrete, equipped with motion detectors and 24/7 video surveillance, all behind a steel door. Outside of the cells are 1,400 remotely controlled doors, pressure pads, and laser beams that detect any unauthorized movement.
God
Outside, you will
damn!
find tall perimeter fences topped with multiple rows.
You put more like anything more money into our like prisons. This is a lot of fucking money. There's bars and there's a metal door in front of those bars. What the fuck? That's why I've I will never go to prison.
Of razor wire.
I don't ever want to go to prison.
And more motion detectors. Then, of course, there are the countless sniper towers that watch over the entire compound, eagerly awaiting for their chance at target practice. Then finally, there are multiple entry and exit points that are heavily guarded. In short, there is no way out, and inmates know it, which only adds to the feeling of dread and hopelessness, making this not only a physical prison, but also a mental one. Number 3, Diyarbakir Prison. Diyarbakir Prison in Turkey has to be one of the most sick and twisted prisons on earth. The prison has a long history of torture.
Wait, we're not going to talk about... Okay, so they're not going to talk about the camp that's in they talked about Thailand already. They're not going to talk about the other two? There's another fucked up Asian one. I believe that's in... No, they talk about Vietnam. Which Asian country I think of where they just put a bunch of like one... There's actually prisons that are like that.
Torture and psychological abuse against its prisoners. As early as the 1980s, there were thousands of reports of torture and over 100 deaths attributed to it. But I'll just cover some of the most common methods that were used, or else we'd be here all day. Prisoners endured severe beatings, were stripped naked, blindfolded and hosed with high-pressure water. They were placed in isolation cells for days, starved, hung by their arms, and forced to stand for long periods. They also received electric shocks, burnings, and the extraction of healthy teeth and nails, as well as having their limbs crushed. But perhaps one of the strangest torture methods involved the captain's dog, which was trained to bite the genitals of naked prisoners. Then there was the psychological torture, like the one they called the disco. Every new prisoner was thrown into the prison sewers and would be left there for several hours. Now, thankfully, today most of these torture methods are no longer in use, but some remain. They've
Nigga, human rights. What are human rights for 500 bill?
just gotten better at covering them up. Reports continue to emerge of prisoners being tortured, beaten, and forced to live in inhumane conditions inside cells that are infested with cockroaches and disease. Number 2, Antananarivo Prison. While some prisons are notorious for their violence or psychological torment, Antananarivo Prison
Here it is.
terrifying for its overcrowded.
I thought it was Asia. It's actually just here.
Living conditions. The prison was built to house around 800 inmates, but today it holds around 4,000. As you can imagine, diseases and bacteria run rampant here, with visitors stating that you will smell the place before you ever see it. Now, when I say that the place is overcrowded, I'm not just talking about the inmates. The prison is completely infested with cockroaches, rats, lice, and fleas, with the majority of prisoners completely covered in bites from head to toe. Once 5 p.m. strikes, prisoners must enter their cells for the night, which are just small rooms with a connecting toilet shared by all the inmates. The door is locked from the outside, and the room's temperature can quickly surpass 100 degrees. The majority of inmates sleep on the floor, tightly packed like sardines. They are actually so close together that no one can turn around. But every so often, someone will clap a few times, and the entire row of inmates will turn simultaneously to sleep on the opposite side. But hold on. Just as you think it couldn't get any worse, it somehow does. Any prisoner who causes trouble is quickly thrown into one of the isolation chambers, called the hellhole. The room's floor is completely covered in human feces, urine, rat carcasses, and trash, living up to its name. And thanks to the large rat problem in the prison, outbreaks of the Black Plague are common and have killed many prisoners throughout the years. Number 1, Camp 14. Kachon Prison, also known as Camp 14, is located in North Korea and is absolutely terrifying. In every prison in the world, criminals usually end up there because they committed a crime. But Camp 14 is very different. Here, there are 40,000 prisoners condemned to a lifetime of hard labor. And the sad part is that many of them are women and children, including children as young as toddlers, who never broke the
That's
law.
fucked.
Their only mistake was that they were related to a person who committed a political crime.
But I want to know if this is actually a real thing, because like our view on North Korea is so fucking fucked. I want to know if that 90% is happening, because like how poor North Korea is. Like, cause like you see like movies and videos of all these actors walking around and moving and shit like that. I don't think that's actually a real thing. I think like there's no life in the city, nigga. So where are these fucking people at? Like real shit.
This can be anything from criticizing the regime, attempting to escape from the country, practicing a prohibited religion, or even showing any behavior that is seen as disloyal to the regime. Conditions in the camp are atrocious. Starving prisoners resort to eating raw frogs, mice, rats, snakes, worms, squirrels, and even grass. But if the
Grass
prisoner
is fine.
caught eating any other food than the food that they are given, they can be shot on the spot. Starvation is one of the most common ways people die in the camps, which is one of the worst ways to go out. First, their teeth begin to loosen and shake before eventually falling out. The person's bone structure deteriorates, and their entire body swells with water, a condition known as edema. Ultimately, the person inevitably dies. Dying from diseases is also very common. Prisoners can contract pellagra, tuberculosis, hepatitis, gastric disorders, and even develop frostbite from the freezing temperatures. And for prisoners that can no longer take it anymore and end up taking their lives, even that will carry a punishment. If that person had any relatives working at the camp, they will be punished for what they did. So let's cover some of the most common punishments that are used in the camp. Brutal beatings, stress positions, and isolation cells are all used. But if the officers are not in the mood, firing squad executions can come without warning.
Oh,
Now,
damn!
the crazy part is that Camp 14 is just one of many political prison camps in North Korea. And it's estimated that there are around 200,000 prisoners living and working in these camps right now.
Oh, I don't want to end the stream off here, but fuck, bro. Dead ass. What? That's why. At least they actually go for the two ones I was looking for, which is cool. This is why I like Good Enough, because like they have some crazy ass edit or not even animation, just pictures. Like middle of the animation is good on this, but like I hate that channels that try to like copy a style. Cause I watched 3 channels that are actually legit. The rest are just fucking AI, and I hate it. But no, with that said, guys, thanks for everybody for coming to the stream. If y'all come here, if y'all guys watch this, like, thank you for watching it on YouTube. Give me a like and subscribe, and you know. Now I'm off. Oh yeah, now I'm off to watch porn. Dead ass. I muted myself before I said that, but no, I'm off to watch some hentai. See what's gonna be out this week. Deuces, yo.
grabbed the mic, these nuts said, please squeeze us. We told them, hold up, after the punchline. Single file rappers with dull rhymes and ugly signs. In the ring with the frizzy bear and grizzly bear. He win the thing with an exquisite rare dizzy stare. Give me a here, I'll show you how to do it right. When he put the mask on, he's cool and tight and stupid like true story. You could ask.